Hey everybody, it's me Melody. Welcome to my stream. If you haven't already, hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, because I'm trying to get to that 1K. So make sure you guys share, make sure you guys subscribe, and definitely like the stream. So yesterday on GC stream, I had a whole bunch of ladies from the Pink Pill calling me a pick-me, asking me why I'm not married yet. Just a bunch of things to try to shame me, just like they do all black women who take up for black men. But I basically don't care what they say because they're pygmies themselves. Now the reason I call them pygmies is because they're so desperate to get picked by white men that they'll basically take any white men they can get. I mean, like, they're mad at me because I'm selective. Not really, I'm not going to say selective, but I'm not just going to take the first person I see. You understand what I mean? Like, they're taking white men with receding hairlines, they're taking overweight white men, they're taking racist white men, they're taking whatever white men they can get. And it's pretty much sad. They're just desperate. So, before I start, hold on, I'm going to shout out the chat. Hey, Terrence Barnes. Hey, Big J. Hey, Aaron B. Hey, Jerome Whiteside. Yes, I am definitely clapping back today. Definitely clapping back. I want all the smoke. Hi, Deacon Dave. Ear clip kick clouds. Hey, what's going on? Hey, Chris G. Hi, explore your options. What's going on, Deacon Dave? You're welcome. Hey, Linda Anderson. Hey, Degenerate Sharigan. Hi, little big Nate. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Hey, what's going on, Ray Hanma? Deacon Dave. Sketch One. Hey. Jalen the Man. Who else we have? Oh, Canis Lupus. Nima Recrap. LSP, the Golden Artist. Welcome. Big Chris Entertainment. Welcome. Hi, Eisen Sama. 205 Will. And Corvus Glaze. Thanks for coming, guys. Make sure y'all hit that like button and make sure you subscribe if you're not already. All right, so yeah, hopefully we can get some of them to come up on the panel and talk to me and let me know what their problem is, because obviously any woman that take up for black men is gonna get called a pick me, but they are the real pick me's. So yeah, I'm here, guys. So I'm gonna put the link out. Anybody has anything to say to me, you can come up. Any disagreements with anything I talk about or anything, just come up and speak your mind, especially the ladies. I want to hear what you got to say. So I'm going to post it in the chat. So yeah, just hit that. Now yesterday it was some really awkward lady. Her name was Sarah the Narcissist. She was really, really awkward. And every time she sees me, she has something to say. She talks a lot of mess in the chat and she never comes up to talk to me. So if you're in here, I need you to hit that StreamYards link. Hold on 1 minute. Let me drink some water. Give me a minute, guys. Sketch One says, nah, they ain't pygmies. They the throwbacks. Okay. Exactly. They're pygmies for pink Arab Asian dudes. Exactly. but they hate themselves so much and they hate black men so much that anybody who talks good about black men, they want to tear down. So, yeah, they're definitely the real pick-me's. They're desperate. Yeah, we had a good time, Queen. We had a lot of fun. Next time you need to come. It's gonna be next Thursday. We're doing movie night, so definitely come through. Yeah, no, she's not gonna be a guest. I wish, but we all love Stormy Maya. She's like the number one pick me. I love her to death. And she's gorgeous. Hold on 1 second. Hi, Karan.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, yo, I seen Sarah the Narcissist. You saw her channel?
I saw her. She's weird.
Yeah, she ain't got no neck. She got some old, crazy looking white dude.
Exactly. I think she's like a not a midget. What do you call the other thing? A dwarf?
Nah, I don't know if she a dwarf. She might got like one of those like a condition where she, like her head is just fused to the rest of her body. Like you see people walk around like that.
Yeah,
Bad body built ass bitch.
exactly. She has no neck. She don't smile. She looks like the guy beats the crap out of her. That's what she look like.
I ain't gonna say all that. I'm just
I,
saying.
I I'm just
I know
I'm
she got a bottom shelf Brad, and she got videos of him like trying to dance and shit. She got her little white
exactly.
baby.
No, that's
That's
not a
all they
baby.
want.
That's a doll. Did you know that's a doll?
Oh, I thought that was her baby. Bitch was holding up like it was her baby.
No, that's a doll. That's how awkward she is. Hey Mel,
What's good? What's good?
what's going on?
Chilling, chilling. Who's the goofy clown bitch? That bitches and shit trying to get at you on my French.
Well, one of them, her name is Sarah the Narcissist. She's really awkward and weird.
Sarah's a narcissist.
Yeah, she's like a weird chick.
Wait a
That's why she
minute.
mad. She don't like black dudes because ain't nobody trying to tighten her up.
Why
Exactly.
that name sounds so familiar?
Look her up. I'm not sure.
Yo, bro,
Maybe
check out her channel. That shit look mad funny.
No, no, it reminded me of this chick. I don't know if it was the same Sarah. She was on Jessica's panel one time, then she switched over to I think the Game Changers channel. Yeah, the one that couldn't even remember her own kid's name. Whatever. I mean, she's been married for this amount of years, and she's over a certain age bracket. I think she was on the top. I think when Apple Girl was on there too.
Yeah, no, this is a
Is that the
different
same girl,
woman.
lady?
Nah, this is a different woman. She
Oh,
looks a
okay.
lot younger. She's probably like in her 20s. She's not like an old lady
Oh,
or
okay.
anything like that. Yeah, but she just really awkward. So I'm hoping that she comes and she hit that StreamYards link. That's what I'm hoping. Because I need to hear what's her problem.
Should have added her.
Yeah, I should. I don't really know how to add people. Oh, you mean at? Like I should have added her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have. But I mean, I'm sure she's gonna come because I added the pink pill.
I doubt if she gonna come. They
Nah,
always
but
like talking shit, but they don't come.
you
Exactly.
got to be careful with that pink pill shit. I'm telling you,
Oh, I want all the smoke. I'm
Man,
not
who
scared of
cares
these.
about the pink pill? Ain't nobody special. Damn.
Exactly. I'm not scared of these girls.
you black
Bruh, one of
racist.
them called me a naker.
Oh yeah, they love calling you naked.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're gonna call you a dusty. They're gonna call you a nigger.
Bullet bag.
I tell him why
Bullet
you.
bag wench.
Hey, I tell him why you want to suck my dick.
I, I
Nah,
call
but
them
you
ghetto
gotta be.
gaggers, yo. Shit.
Oh
Man,
my god.
they
Yeah.
they gonna get freaking potty trained from Arab dudes from Dubai.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
I just,
dead serious. You gotta be careful though, cause them some big bitches.
Oh,
I,
Oh, these are fat moo cow groups. Oh,
Right.
they fat. They nasty.
they probably the Lonnie Love moo cow club.
You ain't like Jessica X. You don't live in England. These bitches will find you and sit on your chest.
They ain't gonna do
I'm
shit.
not. I'm really not scared of these girls though. Like
Uh,
nobody's never gonna find where I live at, so it don't matter.
Bunch of hog mom eating.
also, Manly, I cussed one of them out too. Called them all tuss of bitches and hoes. That's why I called them.
Why? What happened?
Hey, one of them called me a nigger. I told her, bitch, suck my dick. I told her that.
Hey
Oh my
yo,
God. Yeah, she was like, she was so concerned. She was like, "Why aren't you married to a black man? If you like black men so much, why are you not married to a black man?" I was like, "Because I don't just jump on the first man I see like you do. Like they're literally desperate. They get anybody. You know, they
So
never.
why ain't they married to a black man?
They hate black men, obviously.
they hate black men.
Why they worrying about what you're saying? If they don't like us, they know it. Do what some
You
of
know,
us are doing. They outside your race and leave us alone. Where we leaving
what you
them
got to
alone.
do. See, first of all, they're not outside the race. How you get arguments with them is like most of them aren't married to white men. Statistically, only 1 in 100 black women have ever married a white man. So I'm like, why you
I'm
not
trying
married
to
to a white man?
use their arguments against them.
Nah, nah, nah. You hit them with the statistics and then you tell them, yo, why you not
Some
married to a white man?
we
Oh,
know that. Trust me.
I'm
Sometimes
not
that don't even
married.
work. That
I
don't
am
even
married
work
to a white man.
sometimes. So
I
sometimes you
told
gotta
10
know,
of them.
you know what? Wolf walk away and be like, you proving my point. Bye.
I told 10 of them. I told 10 different ones of them. I said, listen, I got $5,000. I'll send you right now. And I got the money. I'll show you the bank accounts and all. I got the money. I
You ain't
send you
even
five
gotta do
thousand
all
dollars.
that.
Prove me you married to a white nigga. They shut
So,
up real quick.
so let me ask you guys a
Prove me real
question.
quick.
Real quick, let me ask you guys a question. Why do you guys think they can't get a black man?
It
That's the
already
first question.
shows already. They fat, moo cow,
They don't
submissive,
want to.
ugly. I mean,
It's not
not
even that.
submissive.
It's not even that because they could get a black man. They could get a black man.
Oh yeah,
They don't
simp
want the
ass
black man
black
they can
man that
get.
can run over.
So, and another thing I noticed with these swirlers is they won't be submissive to a black man, but as soon as they get a white man, they're like on their knees.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not submissive to that white man either. They're
Okay.
not. No,
Exactly.
they're not.
Only to a certain degree because he's spending money. They like they
No,
trick.
So,
no.
so you think it's about the
They don't. They
money?
don't get white men with money. It's a statistical fact that the more money a white man makes, the more race loyal he is.
Oh yeah, but he fucking these bitches on the side. Like I said, ghetto gaggers. But he's going to fuck with the most top beautiful ones. He's not going to settle with no sloppy Joe type. You know what I'm
And
saying?
then they know
Like,
they're not competition to white women, so why even
yeah.
try to compete in that pool? You know, I think what it is they're getting the white women's leftovers. They're getting the men that white women don't want.
No,
Yeah,
that's
they'll
definitely
tell
a
you that.
fact. That's a fact. You
They'll
see,
tell you that.
have you seen the ones that they choose? Man, I think Game Changer had that picture of them. What was that chick who they said she was married, and then the dude she tried to turn him into a wigger type. When the picture of him, he was at movie night.
Yeah, you talking about Sarah the narcissist. That's what I'm talking about.
That's her. The Kristen, what her name was? Yeah, that said she was married to that white dude, and she tried to dress him up like a wigger type.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They got this joint, this channel. This dude do this joint. It's called Surviving Bottom Shelf Brad.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah,
Yo, you got it, yo. Just type in Surviving Bottom Shelf Brad. His
Surviving.
videos come up. Like his shit is mad funny.
but
Damn.
what exactly is it about?
It's about black women and the type of white men that they really get.
Yeah, because honestly, black women are at the bottom. They're the last to get picked. So I don't understand why they're like trying to get these white men who don't even want them.
King Sigma, mainly.
Oh yeah, King. That's the name. That's the
That's
name.
what King
Yeah,
Sig
King
channel.
Sigma. Yeah,
King
Yo,
Sigma.
you seen that shit? That shit mad.
yeah, I seen it too.
Yo,
Let me
he be
see.
having me dying.
His name is King Sigma, the one that talks about it.
Yeah,
You
Okay,
know
I'm
what's so
checking
funny
him
though?
out.
Like the dating apps definitely has the data that proves who's getting picked, top tier from low and bottom tier. And sorry to say that, but black women are picked last. The two on that list is black women and Asian men. They're the two to get the top pick last.
Exactly, and that's what I think they're upset about. They're in. Not only are they in competition with white women, they're in competition with black men. I think they're upset because black men aren't choosing them; they're choosing white women. So that's why they're trying to throw it in the black men's face. Well, look, I can get me a white guy too.
But the funny
Because
thing about it is now a lot of us are choosing white women like that, like they think it is. And
no,
even if we are dating outside of race, technically we technically choosing Latino women over the white woman. So it's like
Exactly. So that's why when you see them in the streets, they grab their white man closer, they'll hold his hand. If you notice, walk past a swirling couple, they'll start kissing. They be extra. I think I did a stream about that. They get
Yeah, I ain't
real.
gonna lie. Where I work at in Brooklyn is
Mhm.
like is like a hippie yuppie area where white people be at,
Oh,
and
I
it
know
be
what you're
like the
talking
black
about. Where
chick.
that at? Yeah, Brooklyn.
I'm
Yeah,
I work in Indian Tree City, so it's like mad black chicks with their white dudes.
yeah. Becoming more hipster over there now. Yes.
They
Some
be
more parts
home.
of
They
Brooklyn when
be
they're being gentrified.
what you got black chicks that'll walk up to me. They'll be ordering where I'm at, and they'll go out of their way to tell me they with a white dude. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that tells you one big main thing. They still got black men on their mind. Crazy.
They'll go out their way to tell you they with
Exactly.
a white dude.
Exactly.
That's a good point. And the reason why they come into the black space, if they got their bride, stay over there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, sometimes it's not even best to argue, even show sticks or nothing. Like sometimes you know what? Thanks for proving my point. Walk away with a smile, and that's it. You get a headache for that. Word.
And he said, I try to avoid eye contact when I see them because they call you jealous. Exactly. Even when black women walk past them, they say we're jealous. Like, oh, is she hating because I got a white man? They always think you're hating on them. They always have that in their mind. Oh, you're jealous. You're jealous because you can't get a bride. No, I'd rather just stay with my black man. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
See, we hear some black women be talking about black men ain't shit. Black men ain't that. They talking about the 30% of guys that they actually were sexually attracted to, but they didn't want to put a ring on their finger. They got pregnant by them and didn't want to marry them or nothing. And that's telling you the 10% of guys that got pregnant by that telling they ain't taking care of their kids. The rest of them trying to be fathers to their kids and they give them a hard time. But telling you 30% of guys that they actually sexually attracted to, and the 70% they want the 70% that they friend zoned to be cleanup guys. And now what's going on? Most of that 70% is saying no. We're not being cleanup guys no more. I'm tired. You know what? You want me to be a cleanup guy? You want me to be a listening ear? You're going to have to pay.
Yeah.
They putting their
Them
foot down, and
swirlers
now they saying
is the
all
ones
guys
that's
ain't
like
shit.
fat. All them swirlers online that be with pink pill, they be fat. They don't want to compete. That's their whole thing. They
Exactly.
don't want to compete for black men.
Exactly. It's like the two words they hate is submissiveness and compete.
But I'm telling you, I know
Weight
a girl
loss.
that
That's
swirls.
it.
They
That
are submissive to the white men.
nah, they not.
I'm
They're
Y'all
not.
always
telling you,
talk bad about us.
I
Yeah.
literally know one. She wasn't submissive to a black man, but she got with a white man. She's cooking, cleaning. She's taking care of his kid. It's not even her kid; it's his kid. But
Oh,
for the
I
black man,
guarantee it. It's probably for sure. So when they
Yeah,
at
like
home,
they do a
she
lot of
probably
shit for
running the
show.
household and stuff.
A lot of shit with those relationships, they put up a lot of shit for show. In private, they be getting their asses whooped. Like,
oh,
Hello?
what happened? You there?
Oh,
I guess not. Let me put the link back out for him. Hold on one second.
I got it. I got it.
Hit that link. Come back up and finish your conversation. But no, he has a point. They do beat on them, I notice. And I hate to say that, but I know a lot of interracial couples that get the women get beat up. But yet they want to say black men are abusive. If anything, black men are the nicest men out there. Other races of men, they all beat their women. And that's facts.
We're the least abusive towards our women. Think about it.
Exactly.
See, you gotta realize most women they recycle the same percentage of men over and over and over and over and over. That's why you ever hear history, they dating pool. It's most of the same types. Then when they get to that 30 of one, it'd be totally 180 opposite. But she how she treats him though.
Exactly. Hold on one second. I would love to come up, Miss Melody Speaks, but I'm out. Aw. Remember when Strag called you a pick me? You called her never picked. Thank you, Little Big Nate. I wish you could come up. All right, guys. Anybody have anything to say? Hit that link. What were you saying, Mel?
Nah, I was finished. Yeah.
Okay. G. Oh, who's that? This might be G. You know that's Karan. GC said he's coming up too.
Uh, yeah,
Man,
what
you
you
ain't
been
gotta say it
saying
like that.
before you got
Nah,
cut
I
off?
said like I got it. Like one of my cousins, she had a baby by a white dude, and they was messing with each other for like years. But she was a side chick, and he told her when she got pregnant, like, yo, I never wanted to have a baby by a nigga. I just wanted to fuck one. Like, he was a police officer and all. Like, he pulled out a gun on her and all that.
Wait, what happened? You saying a black woman?
Yeah, my cousin, she black. He pulled out a gun at her. He told her to get an abortion. She wouldn't get an abortion, so he pulled out a gun, and he was going like, I guess he might made the moves to shoot her, and they was able to get him and take the gun. Like his partner had to wrestle him down and take the gun from him.
Wait a minute, white
He
man did
lost.
this to your cousin?
Yeah, white dude.
Oh, what the
And he
fuck?
lost. And the crazy shit is this: he
Oh
lost his job.
shit.
They made him retire as a police officer. The nigga's a firefighter now. That's white privilege.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Damn.
Nigga's a firefighter now.
Wait a minute, she didn't press no charges on him when he did that.
Yeah,
Oh, she did,
yeah, yeah,
and he was able to get a fight. Well, they made deals behind the scene. That's
yeah.
because he didn't pull the trigger.
The crazy shit is he ain't want to be in the kid life, but her son look white. So now the family trying to take him away from her.
Wow. Well, did she go back to black men after that?
I don't even pay attention no more. I don't even ask no more. I don't. That's their personal shit. She had one. She had one white nigga, and this nigga pulled up on her car with a knife and did a whole bunch of crazy shit. I'm like, I ain't getting.
Yeah,
You
no
keep fucking
disrespect
with
to your
white niggas.
cousin, brother, man. But you know, this is see the choices that she's choosing.
Yeah, I told her that.
Yeah, like
I told her that. I told her that she tried to because both her kids is biracial. She tried to make fun of my kids. My kids is full black, so
So
she tried
what
to
you
make fun
say
of
about?
my kids and their hair and shit. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, Queen, come up. I want to hear your point of view.
this is freaking crazy,
What you
man.
got to say? Yeah, because
Man.
I noticed they also deal with white men so they can have mixed children. They want to have kids with the pretty hair that they never had. So
Most biracials
that's
is
like a big
ugly.
stack. Huh?
I said most biracials is ugly.
I wouldn't say all that.
Most biracials is ugly. Like I used to go out of town. I've been to all the little towns out of town where a lot of black men from New York go to do day one twos, and it's mad biracial kids out there. Some niggas is ugly.
Yeah, I don't really agree with that. I
Yeah,
think
me
they're
too.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I see the
don't agree with
opposite,
that
but yeah, a lot of black women are self haters. They hate their hair, they hate their skin, so they want to have children who don't look like them. That's another reason why they swirl. But yeah, they want kids that look like Jessica X. That's what they want, you know.
Mm.
or
They don't
Alicia
want no
Keys
dark
type.
skin. Alicia Keys. They want kids that look like Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Shit, for every Mariah Carey, it's a what's that girl name? Diana Ross' daughter. It's one of
Oh,
those.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Hey, you seen
One.
Surreal Wins bleach her skin?
Oh, damn.
Oh man, that shit look crazy.
That
I
look
Bro,
heard
that shit
that.
bad,
was
yo.
crazy, man.
I
That's
heard
Yo,
that
they
crazy.
got
wasn't
to
true. I
She
heard
they
that
got
was
to
bleach
the
her
writing.
she bleach her skin, man.
Oh, yo.
yeah, they got a
Yeah.
meme on the internet of her and Little Kim, and it's on like the white chicks poster.
Hmm.
That shit is mad funny.
It's
Bro,
like
that
looking
shit
at a
was
light
funny
version
as
of that
hell.
of the bamboozle look, man. The blackface look, but in reverse.
Yeah, they said
That's
she
what
ain't
Serena
bleach.
did.
That was just makeup.
Yeah,
But
that's what I
she
was saying.
she okayed that though. She like she saw the picture. She looked at the picture. They said, "Do you like this picture?" She said, "I like it," and she okayed it. Looking like an ugly Asian man.
Do they even know us with this bleach skin remedy that messes up some part? Like I can't explain what the chemical part of the skin is. It messes that part of your skin. You can actually die from that.
It fucks up your epidermis, which is the
Yeah, that's
outer
what it
layer of
is.
your
Yeah.
skin. It fucks up your whole body. And you can go into
Exactly.
organ failure, all that.
Especially the layer that protects you from the sun naturally and everything.
Yeah, that's your epidermis.
Yeah,
And it
that's
makes
what it.
you
Yeah, it'll fuck you up worse. So summers is over.
right, and it makes you look gray. Did you notice that?
Yeah, like zombie like.
Like Sammy
Mm.
Sosa and
Oh yeah, Sammy. Oh shit.
Megan Good.
Yeah, and don't
But
forget
that's
to
like
take
you got to
them.
keep going. You can't never stop bleaching because the moment you stop bleaching, you're gonna go right back to normal.
Exactly.
Oh man, it's sad. But
It's real sad.
I ain't gotta deal with them. That's how I feel. So that's their problem. The answer ain't mine. They ain't the type of partner I want. So uh,
But not only do they bleach their skin, they wear contact lenses. They
oh
wear
yes,
straight blonde weaves, and wigs. It's a lot of things that they do to try to fit in with the white people. They do a lot of things to get picked by the white men. So they're the real pygmies, like I said. Well, you said that like you're not biracial. I know you're only 1% Dominican and 99% Keisha, but it still counts. No, it's 50-50, but Dominican is black too. So I do consider myself full black.
they got their actual roots. They don't want to admit it. Most of them. But
A lot of people don't want to admit they're black because of, especially women, because it's not a good look. Like black women have bad reps. So who wants to be part of that? That's how a lot of them look at it, you know? Hi, game changer. Game changer?
Oh, hey, how you doing, Melody?
Hey, I'm good. How are
it's
you?
good.
Pretty good, pretty good. What's up, Mel? What's up, Karan?
It's
I
good.
think it's Jalen, right?
What up, man?
Hey, what's up? What's up? But no, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you didn't interrupt. I was just saying that Dominicans are black too. Well, a lot of them are black. I mean, there's white ones, there's black ones, just
Yeah,
like here in America.
yeah. That's Dominican is a nationality. It's not a
It's not a
race.
race.
Yeah. So, but I think you're like part Black Dominican, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And it's also in North America, so technically African American too.
it's ADOS.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean, I can understand that many of them want to disassociate themselves from Keisha, and they can, because Keisha is a uniquely American thing.
exactly. So,
So
what's your take on this whole situation about these women calling me pygmies?
yeah, and well, remember when you first started, I was kind of telling you about that people in this space are funny like that. And this was an example, so I want to prepare you because I knew the type of flack that comes with really just going against the sisterhood and behaving in a way that they don't really see benefit in. So I kind of suspected that, and I see in my comment section, for whatever reason, that girl Sarah or Summer, or whatever her name is, I don't know, like she really has something against you. Like she writes like whole pages and chapters about you. Like what's going, like, is that just part of her hatred for you being a pick me or you being on my channel, or what's going on with that chick? Or is this something that's going on between the two of you that I don't know about? Because it seems real personal.
No, she just really hates me. She don't like the fact that I take up for black men and I'm not married to one. That's her biggest thing. And then she says I think I'm better than other black women, which
Yeah,
I
because
never
you're
said.
light skinned and you're biracial. That's really what it is. Because see, what I understand is the warped, it's cognitive dissonance. See, they hate biracial women for getting all the men that they wanted in life. Because they think it's because they're biracial, not because they're fat and unattractive, but because the other girl is biracial. So they hate that girl, but then they want their children to look just like you. It's
Okay,
weird.
I mean, pretty much, but I don't consider, like, I consider myself black. I never came on here and said, oh, just because I'm half Latina, I'm better than this one and that one. No, I'm a black woman at the end of the day. I look just like them. I look just like y'all. We all look alike. We all have brown skin. So what's the hate for me?
Well, let's
It's
take
that
Like,
away race off
internalized
the
hatred.
issue, and just the fact is, they know you're an attractive woman, and the men is picking you more than they are. Just like he alluded, the black man's choosing you over them.
Yeah, it could be a matter of just positive attention from black men. A lot of women, especially fatherless ones, didn't get that, and they want it obviously, and that's why they hang around the swirl channels. And yeah, I mean, no matter what, whether it's because you're multicultural lineage or just because your looks or something like that, but you do have something they want, and I think that's why you're getting all this negative kickback from Sarah and her type.
now, GC, real quick, let me ask you a question.
What's
Do
up?
you consider her a pick me as well because she want to get picked by white men?
Yeah, I mean, pick me's is somebody who wants to be picked and or has already been picked. Um, so yeah, I definitely would consider her in that category, especially since from what I read in my chat that she says she works out 4 5 times a week or something like that. Just to be with a guy who obviously don't at all. So yeah, she's definitely going above and beyond to be picked by that person. So if she's calling you pick me, now that I think about it, then it really is. It doesn't make any sense because she wants to be picked as well.
Right. And it's not just her. It was several women in your chat calling me a pick me and, oh, I want to save you. I want to save all the black women from black men's mess. Black men ain't shit. Black men don't want you. That's why you're not married. I mean, they were going in. And I'm just like, wow, really? Like, what did black men do to you that you hate them so much?
Yeah, I think a lot of them felt isolated from the core of black men, whether it's for looks or just personality reasons or just basically bad luck. But a lot of them were isolated from black men, for a long time, and they just want revenge.
Right. And
Game
like,
changer.
oh, God.
Remember I told you about the sisterhood? I call them AKA black male haters. That's why I call them.
I mean, they are black. They are well. They want
Yeah.
to control. They want to control black men, and I think that the hatred comes later when they are not able to do so to the extent that they like. So, male sent the mood, but yeah, when they're not able to control black men to the extent that they like, they do resort to hate, and um, basically they're just a little concerned about their ability or lack thereof to secure a relationship with a black man. And they're trying to instill that insecurity onto you. That's why they hit you with the "you're not married to one," et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly. And you're right, Kevin Murray. Like, it's my voice. I've already had women tell me my voice was too soft. I need to put some bass in my voice. I'm toughen up. I've heard all of that from the sisterhood. Women surrounded me and told me to toughen up. I'm not tough enough. Tried to fight me and everything. Just because of my voice. It's a lot of these women just hating for no reason.
Yo,
So they attack your voice too, huh?
Of
That's very
course,
masculine.
everything. I've had my hair cut by these women. A whole bunch of things happened to
Not
me.
recently.
I'm
If I
saying
can,
growing up, like, I've always had this voice.
No, I'm talking about when you got your haircut. Was this in high school or?
Oh, this was I got my hair cut. What year was it? Eighth grade. I
Oh,
got
okay.
and
No,
I got
Nair. It
near
was
near
Nair.
put a yeah. Well, that too. I was gonna say I got near put in
Oh,
my
two
hair.
things happened.
Yeah, sixth grade. The
Oh,
near.
Mel, if I can say something too, you
Hey,
have to
Queen.
remember that there's like a big attack on femininity. There's a huge attack going on femininity, especially if it's not directed in the way that some people feel like it's directed. And I had to learn that when I started going on my like journey to be more submissive to my husband and stuff. I really had to dive into my femininity about it. And it opened up my eyes to how a lot of people feel about black women. They want to put a trope, especially swirlers. They have this huge trope of them about being strong and independent, that if you're seen as a woman who is feminine, who is vulnerable, who's like, no, I want to be independent, you do get attacked a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's a fact.
Yeah, but so Queen, what's your take on the whole thing besides that?
I think that there's not an honest conversation going on when it comes to swirlers. Everybody tends to live in this romanticized version, especially the women. The women tend to live in this romanticized version of what swirling really is. And it makes me upset because I'm like, you're being extremely disingenuous, you're being extremely selfish, and you don't know what you're setting yourself and let alone your future children up for when you swirl. I think these are conversations people don't actually have in the swirling sphere. And
Mm-hmm.
it's, you only see it truly manifest when it comes to their children, because nobody really there, they all like to paint it as this, I'm in love with this man loved me because black men wouldn't love me, when in reality I'm like, no, you're a fetish, you're a kink, either that or your children are, and you don't want to grapple with the reality that that is that.
Right. And you know what else? I feel sorry for these swirlers' sons. Because if she hates black men so much, her son is gonna be a black man one day. Or at least biracial, half black. And how's that gonna make him feel?
Well, the reality, Melanie, is that it truly does depend on too the phenotype that these children's get. Because I've seen where people get with, for example, me being in the military, I was exposed to a lot. I've seen those same women, I could not hang around with them. When they went and they got with these white men and their children come out looking more black than this mixed child they expected to get it, they turn on those children. And it's horrible to watch.
I've seen that.
There's also, Queen, a mindset that goes behind it too, because a lot of guys want to stick, including myself, want to stick within his race because, well, we actually want to pass down, we want to replicate ourselves onto our children. Now, if a guy has a particular fetish, like you described, then he don't want to, he doesn't have that same desire, which means that he doesn't have the same sense of legacy that most men who stick with their own do. But in addition to that, you're dealing with a guy who is essentially comfortable with the fact that you're giving birth. He's with a woman who's giving birth to a son that she wouldn't be interested in. So basically, if she's against black men, and there's nothing wrong with women who just randomly or who just regularly interracially date, but if she is against black men, like she just can't stand them, she thinks they're ugly, or she just hates them or whatnot, she's giving. Why would anybody want to have a child with a woman or raise a black man with a woman who hates black men? So you pretty much limit yourself to a very depraved group of guys.
And that's exactly what happens. But I also, to Queen's point, it's actually worse for the daughters because from watching my own family, what happens is like they have these daughters. If you have a baby with a white dude, the daughter is automatically going to be lighter than you. So you have a lot of times where they get very jealous of their daughters,
Mm-hmm.
especially if like I got a cousin, she's biracial, green eyes, and she got a lot of attention from black men that her dark skinned mother didn't get, and her mother hated her, fist fights, all that with her own mother because her mother was jealous.
That's sad.
Well, well, if I may interject too, this is hitting on a little bit of a different topic, but nobody likes to talk about the fact that that all stems from two, black women raise their daughters to hate them, in a sense. Like I've often had this talk before with people where I say, black women raise their daughters as their enemies, and nobody likes to have the deep conversation about that a lot of the time.
What?
Well, what's the end game with that? I mean, I,
Wow.
I actually seen it, but I never really put it together. I just kind of seen it as like a random case study. But now that you mention it, it's like, something I can name like three families like that. Why do you think that is?
I think it's this weird jealousy that women have. And personally, I can say thank God. My situation was different. I didn't go through that, but I have seen where some girls are raised by their mother and they are despised. And I understand why that is. I can't like I want to ban it off on trauma, but at the end of the day, I'm like, you should, if you went through that, you should not want to put your child through that. But nobody likes to have the conversation that black
Queen,
their daughters as enemies. They raise.
Queen, I know why. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'll answer that when you're finished.
Okay, yeah. You can go ahead and talk, Melanie.
Black women despise younger, prettier versions of them.
Bingo.
You
That's what I was thinking the
understand?
same thing.
That's
Younger.
women in
Right.
general, though.
This is
That's
what
women in. That's not just black women. That's
Right.
women in general.
no,
That's just
but mainly black women, because remember, black women want to be young forever. That's why they don't get married until they're old and used up. When all their beauty is gone, that's when they want to settle down. So when they see their daughters looking like the younger, beautiful version of them, they hate it.
And yes, my husband actually, he said something. He said they see them as majority of black women see their daughters as sexual competition. Because I know this is a conversation me and him have had, because we're like, what's going on? And when you raise your daughter as sexual competition, you
Ooh.
actually inhibit their growth. So instead of having the proper conversations that you're supposed to have with your daughter, you have conversations like, she fast, she this, she that, she gets what she deserves, instead of saying, hey, no, look, you're young, you're beautiful, you're coming into this. How do, as I, a mother, cultivate you in a way to where you're beautiful without showing so much skin? You're beautiful without the peer pressure. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? That's things that like a lot of women don't talk to their children about.
You know, the
So
perfect
Exactly.
scene, the perfect
So
scene that explained this, the Medea's family reunion with Lim Warfield's character and the other lady's character, how their relationship was very messed up because she kind of pimped her own daughter off with the man she was with because he was wealthy, but he wanted to be with a younger woman, so he allowed this dude to sexual molest her and the other things to her.
well,
Yeah, I mean,
for
it's
me,
not
that
that.
whole scenario, I know the scenario you're talking about. I didn't like it because it's rooted in stepdaddyism, and I don't support stepdaddyism, in my humble opinion. But it's one of those touchy subjects that it's like, but when you talk about like the swirlers and stuff like that, a lot of them don't want to admit, like, you're giving birth to the thing you said. Like, 'cause you always hear them talk about like, oh, how they were bullied by black men to being with white men because they only chose the lighter skinned women. Well, you're literally creating your enemy in that case.
Hmm?
You're creating
Exactly.
you're creating the thing that says bullied you to be with white men.
Mm-hmm.
so
I have a question.
it's either Jalen, Karan, or Mel, but somebody's crackling or
Yeah,
something.
and yeah, mute up when people are talking, but I want to hear MOT. Hi,
All right.
MOT.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
I got a question. For these people on the PickMe thing, I think that they're mad because they're still on the market, and younger, prettier women have the ability to get off the market, and they don't. Like, like when I see these videos, I think like GC did one where you had like this obviously attractive woman who talked about how she didn't want to do nothing but dinner dates, not understanding how the dinner date thing doesn't go all that well for men, regardless of how they look. I think they're just trying to create a market for themselves because they can see the market that other women are in, and they're trying to create a market for themselves by having these artificially high ass standards that they want people to kind of compete for. Where the
Hey,
other people don't have to compete for that market, and they still get, kind of on. So
that's a great point, MOT.
Yeah, it is very difficult for a woman to compete. MLT, I don't think that women were really meant to be single this long. Mel touched on,
no,
yeah, because I think it was Mel or Karan that was saying that black women are more prone to it, or no, Mel was saying that all women do it, and that's true. However, a single woman is more likely to have, the resentment that Queen was talking about. Somebody is crackling, please, brothers.
Is that me? I'm gonna mute up too.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
It might
Yeah.
be.
But a single woman is more likely to have jealousy of the daughter than a woman who is still on the market. Let's be clear. Like, if you're 40 and your daughter's 20, you do look at her as competition. In fact, a 30-year-old man who's equal distance from both of your age likely will prefer your daughter unless she's grotesque somehow. But
Yeah, yeah, but I think that they're both right. Like I've seen still older women have the disdain for younger women, but they're married and they've had a full life. So
If
when
you
you
don't,
have the
yeah, but
situation,
if
it's
you
not
don't,
as strong they don't
yeah,
express it like
correct.
but like a single woman, who's like going through the change and everything, she's like, oh, I can't, she represents everything that she won't have. But yeah, it's there, and it's like a lingering, I mean, because we all want to turn back the hands of time. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I could look at a 21-year-old who, just because, like, hey, I wish I was that age again, like, hey, this kid don't have to work out and he can eat everything you want and be in shape. Like, I mean, you're gonna have that going on. Like, I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan, has that towards younger athletes, but at least he was, he did have his moment in the sun. I mean, that's always going to be there, but when you haven't secured that, I
oof,
think it's
yeah,
intensified.
yeah. It's doubly bad when you're still on the market. You don't have the experience, and you see the other person who has the best chance of getting what you would never experience. Yeah, it would kind of look for like some deep seated hatred.
Exactly,
Yeah, but
exactly. You're
MIT,
looking at
Yeah.
yourself that don't need a bra, basically.
like
Can I
if you
ask a
MIT, what
panel a
about?
question?
Yeah,
Can
let me
I
just
have a
ask
question.
a
Oh
question.
my
All
bad.
right, you go first. You can go. I'll ask
Yeah,
later.
I have a question for the panel. Now, this is interesting because with these pink pill girls and this swirling, I have one question. Now, has any of you ever met like a really hardcore under 30-year-old swirler?
Yeah, that chick looked like she's about 20 something.
I
What's her
mean,
name?
I met
Bad?
him when I was in
No,
middle
no, no. Was
school.
she just dating white? Because there are black women who just date white men. I don't call that swirling, but women who actually say make an announcement that they're swirling to the world
Her,
under 30.
Sarah the narcissist. She
Oh,
married a bottom shelf brat. She married him, and she's throwing it in my face every chance she gets. That's why I'm sending her this invitation to come up and talk about it.
Is she below 30 years old? She's in her 20s.
She
I don't
looks.
know how old she is, but she married him when she originally became legal. According to her, she married him like in her teens.
how does she
Oh,
look?
she was an illegal immigrant, huh?
Well, I mean, in her late teens, like barely
Yeah.
legal.
And
DACA worker?
he
Hold
looks
on.
old. He looks
How
really
old does
old.
she look? How old does she look?
She
I
looks
can't tell. Like,
she looks
yeah,
like she's in her
late
20s.
20s, early
Yeah.
30s.
I mean, not
Hold,
old. I mean, is she ugly? Is what I'm meant to say.
I wouldn't call her ugly, no.
She
hold on.
Yeah.
she's really awkward looking. She has an
Can
Yeah,
awkward
I'd
can
say
I say?
that.
Hold on. Let me say something, Melody. What would be? What do you think is her purpose for showing off this quote unquote bottom shelf Brad towards you? Like, is she's trying to convince you to go to the squirrel side, or what is she doing?
Yeah, they all tell me they're trying to convince me and other black women like me to leave black men because black men aren't no good. And if they were good, why aren't I married yet to one? That's what they keep asking me.
if I can chime
I,
in also too, it's really weird because they see it as a status symbol. So they're like, yeah, you have your black man, but even though I have the bottom of a white man, he's still above
Yeah.
your best black man. So that's why they try to do that. And I hate that.
exactly. You know what else they say, Queen? They be like, "What have black men built? What have black men done for the community? Black men don't do anything but have babies with women and don't take care of them and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Oh my God, that's so not true." Mostly
Melody.
all the black men I know that's fathers are great fathers. They take care of their kids, and the only time they don't is if the woman don't let them. That's what
Yeah,
I
that
see.
that narrative about black men being bad fathers, that's an old 80s narrative that black women have kept alive. Like any negative stereotype about black men is basically kept alive in 2021 by black women. White people don't even got to keep these stereotypes alive. Black women will do it. Now, as for them asking you what have black men built, just ask them what have their bottom shelf Brad built
Nothing.
because he hasn't built a goddamn thing. They want to give him the credit for the collective effort of all white people when the cracker they with ain't built a goddamn thing in his life.
Well, easy on that, on those words, but
Oh my god.
but I these women aren't really dating the individual; they're dating the race, which is why they
perception.
seem to be getting the worst individuals within that race. It's kind of weird, you know. It's like he's the worst of it, but you know he is it. It's a warped view. Melly, could you
But
share my screen?
why do they
Yes.
think black men are intimidated by it? Like, go if you want to date white men, go. Be
Yeah.
free.
Well, they're
Like,
announcing because of the hatred that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Why is she coming
Oh,
back?
this is her.
This is a
yeah.
good picture of her. Go get a better picture. This is a good picture of her.
Well,
She's way worse than that.
no, if it's a good picture, it's a good picture. Let it be a good picture. We ain't
yeah,
playing.
yeah. I
Oh,
mean, I'm
same
not
page. This
trying
is the
to
chick
like.
you was showing yesterday on your the movie
Yeah,
night.
no, that is the chick. So that's her, and this is her dude.
I
Oh
mean, if
yeah,
that's
now I'm
if that's her, if
the
that's
wigger
oh
type.
no,
But when y'all
Yeah.
that
Where's
you
his
talk about
hair?
her
Damn.
being
Like,
an
this is
illegal
it.
immigrant and in her teens,
Oh my
what the
god.
I think,
hell?
"Fuck, this lady ain't got no credibility." Like, come on, she was a DACA worker or some shit. Yeah, he married the goofer. That
Wait,
bitch.
wait, 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 wait. She says, "What has black men built?" While the whole time she's trying to dress him up like a black man. Clearly, they built his wardrobe. Like what?
Exactly.
And she
Well,
got with this
That's a
dude
good
when she was a
one.
teenager. What type
Like
of
get
sick
the hell? I
chick is
saw
this?
this.
Bro, what the fuck?
This her?
so
Yo, show the
well, in
picture.
addition,
I'm telling you, he's a pedo.
Hell no.
No, I'm telling you, this nigga is a sick pedo. And she
Yo,
trying to promote that like
what was that
it's
movie
different when the white
called?
man does it for black women. No,
Oh yeah, I'm jealous. I'm real
that's
jealous,
it.
Mr. Know It All.
Yo,
Like
Yo,
a new food out.
yo, what was that movie
Oh
called with
yeah.
Kevin Hart
Hell
I'm
and
gonna
nah.
play my
the guy
theme
lost
song,
his
yo,
job?
word. Out. I won't say it. Y'all know
What
what song I'm
was that
talking
movie
about.
called with
Oh
Kevin
My
Hart
my
where a
man
white
god.
died
guy lost
yesterday.
his job,
Shout
bro,
out to him,
and he
man.
got with that black chick? Oh no, please.
No.
Oh man.
Yo, he looks like he's trying to be black. Look at that.
Like he
Yo,
over trying hard to
Uh,
be. It's like he's trying to be a PG dude that a black dude. Oh boy.
Is that tie dye?
Oh man.
He's like
He
he's
got a
trying to
tie
be a
dye hoodie.
Beastie Boy and it failed.
Hell
you never
nah.
go
Boy,
I
that's
full
know,
the
look,
thing
black.
a
gonna
different
You
do.
color.
never go
Wait a
full
minute, look at
black.
his
Like,
laces though. He don't even match. A red lace, a black, what's that, a blue lace?
no, no, that was like a Pookie Ray Ray style in the '90s because
Yeah, exactly.
I was watching
Was
a
it?
movie.
Hell nah.
What the hell?
Well,
she
after movie
dressed
night, I
him,
was
bro.
watching Baby Boy last night, and not Baby Boy, but
Baby's kids.
Baby's Kids. Yeah. Oh, so you was there, and
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, the boy Khalil had mismatched shoestrings, and he also had a hoodie and a hat. So yeah, he's literally a grown man pretending to be a cartoon boy from the '90s. It's very weird.
And I bet you she dressed her too. She dressed him.
I hope
She's
not.
the one that
In
helped him.
fact, I doubt it. But
Nah, I actually believe Melon. She
Oh
probably
yeah,
did
she
just for
dressed him.
show off.
She dressed.
well,
I mean,
I mean, I
this
think
chick is
that
sick.
I think that given the age difference, he has been trying to appeal to younger women his whole life, so he dressed younger than he is,
Exactly, and
and that's why he
unfortunately,
also skates. Like he was
mhm.
attracted to younger girls, and he wanted to be in tune with their hobbies.
Unfortunately, he went way too young. This sick pedo right here, man.
Well, let's not make that accusation, but I mean, she was barely legal when they married. You know, shout out to R. Kelly, but
17, 16.
I think she's like 18, 19.
Oh, okay, but she was
Yeah,
an illegal immigrant though, right? Yeah, they said.
I think she's born. What do you mean illegal immigrant?
Someone said that she was not a U.S. citizen or something like that when she came in and married him or something like that.
Oh, I don't know the details of
One of y'all said that. Yes,
I mean,
not you, Game Changer, but
if this
No,
is her,
she's
if this is
black.
her,
She said she was African American. She's
bro,
black.
if this is her
oh,
best picture, I mean, even her best picture, she's barely a 5. So yeah, she's not that. She's not that.
she's like an adjustable sit.
No, definitely not.
She's an
Go
she's
to
an
her channel.
autistic looking 5.
She's
I gotta
definitely
look at
like
her
a
channel. I'm
four.
just judging by that picture just for the face alone.
I'm
Body
saying
wise,
at her
nah.
best picture. That's the only picture I've seen. If that's her best picture, I'd probably give it an autistic 5. She's somewhat fuckable. That's a
You know
rating.
well,
what? She's
But the
well,
thing is,
so
the thing is. I'm sorry, game change. I'm sorry, but the thing is that when it comes to these pink pillars and these swirlers,
I think that we in the manosphere, we give them too much attention. I mean,
Exactly.
let them marinate in their own ignorance. If they
That's
want to sit there, if they want to sit there and claim that these other races of males are the better option and that so-called black males ain't shit, excuse my language, they ain't built nothing. If that's what they want to believe, let them believe that, because they're speaking out of misery. So you
Right.
have to let people be miserable by themselves. Leave them alone. There's a quote that says misery loves company. Well, guess what? I don't want to be invited to your company. You know what I'm saying? That's why this is why people like Karazin, whatever her name is, I'll leave it the hell alone. I don't even, I've never been to a page. I don't remember the last time I've been to a page, because these people like that don't deserve our attention. They don't deserve our energy.
yeah,
I
but
think that.
Wacky,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wacky, they come to this space. They're calling me a dust bunny and a pygmy. They're calling you guys dusties. I mean, they're asking for it. We're not
I
going
mean,
looking for this trouble. They're coming to us.
I get it. I get it, Melody, but there's something called the block button. you
I
know?
mean,
Yeah.
but I mean, there's
Hey,
like,
Wacky,
Yeah.
Wacky. They asked to get cussed out, so they want to get it. Let's get it.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
act,
I like to retract my thing that I just said. Adjustable 6, nah, she's adjustable 5. She's a 4. And she got a video saying playing with my reborn with a dog, black dog. What the? Oh,
I told you she was cringy weird.
yo,
Like, she's really awkward and she has funny hands and no neck. Like,
Yeah,
come
she
on,
does
you don't
make
got
that.
no neck. You shaped like a square. And then you want to talk like a lot of mess about black men?
And she got a big autistic looking head. Like she look like she got autism, bro.
She do have autism. You can tell.
she does. Yeah, she probably is
There's
autistic.
something wrong with her. And if she is, I'm sorry. I don't mean to do this if she's autistic.
Just
But
like Wacky says, man, yo, just walk away and that's it. Let them talk, blah blah blah. And roll with a smile. I ain't got to deal with them. Let them be on their own island over there. That is it. Come for me, block them. Bye.
Yeah, this one of them came to my page one day and called me like a naker, whatever that means. So I just blocked that individual.
I mean, if that's
sorry.
if that's the
Yeah.
face of
No, it is
swirling,
funny. It is funny, but
It's
that
pretty
that
funny.
if that's the face of
also,
swirling, and
you
I'm
know what they
just a
call us?
girl with an old man and a whole bunch of post wall bitches, then there's nothing to worry about. Let them have it. Like
Also, you know what they call us? They call us apes and monkeys too.
so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
saying. Well, that's what I was saying before. Like, I mean, anybody who thinks that way, how good of a mother could she be to a son? Like, and if you're a man and you're aware of that, like, I mean, I wouldn't get. Well, it's different because the child would be considered mixed, but you know, basically, if a white man is getting with a black woman who hates black men, then you're picking a mother for your son that's going to hate him. Like, you know, only a really bottom shelf guy would take that deal, or a guy that was incapable of securing a white woman.
Pretty much.
Right. Some. All right. You want the name of her channel? It's called Sarah the Narcissist.
Well, don't advertise for her.
Don't advertise that
Oh, I'm sorry.
clown lady. Hell no.
Somebody asked me.
I mean, you
Should I
can
name it?
advertise
Yo,
it.
I know her. She's a troublemaker. I know her.
Is that really her boyfriend though? For real though, like that's
It
really
looks
her.
like it. Mm-hmm.
Hey Melanie, I'm gonna go ahead and hop down, but I wanted to thank you for having me on the panel, and I wanted to say thank you so much for the panel. I'm gonna still listen in, but I got some things I gotta take care of.
Thanks for coming. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Panel, have a good night.
You
all right, good
too.
night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night night.
Yeah, and I don't mean to be mean, but sometimes people push me to that point.
Well, yeah, I've seen her in the comment section really attacking you. In fact, more so than me. So, you know, I actually thought that y'all had some history. Like, you know, she came up
No,
on a day I wasn't on your show.
This isn't mean. This is
I
an
don't even
intervention.
know her.
Yeah. So no, it's just regular. You know, I mean, this likely falls into the category of Nana envy.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, well, because when you look at the age that she married him, um, high school is a very difficult age for girls, and then the moment after high is kind of weird because, and you know, Melly, you probably remember this. You kind of go from being regular because all the women are your entire mating pool is your same age, and your same metabolism and stuff like that. So you go from fierce competition. You can only date seniors, but the senior boys can date juniors, sophomores, and even freshmen. So you're competing for one grade and against all the grades. And so I can get how that's damaging to the self-esteem, especially for a girl who's awkward. And then you just graduate, and then all of a sudden every man from 18 to 80 is trying to get at you. You're no longer competing with the 16-year-olds or the 15-year-olds. You're competing with the 80-year-olds. So it's a very interesting transition. And I think that she just kind of like came out of that with so much resentment that she just made a hectic decision.
Yeah, and I can tell she got picked on, and that's probably why she hate black men so much, because it looks like black men probably picked on her in high school.
Well, worse than picked
Very
on,
passive.
ignored. Worse than picked on, ignored.
Exactly.
Damn, that's
So
crazy.
yeah, it is. And there existed women like this, that, to be quite frank, and I think most of the guys here probably don't remember these girls, and that's part of being ignored. Like, there were a lot of invisible girls in high school. And it wasn't hateful, they just weren't visible. And yeah, some of them bear a lot of resentment.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's for black men and black women, not just black men.
this is the concept I don't get. Is that okay? If the so-called black male is so inferior, they're all these negative things, then why would these swirlers waste their energy to try to shame those who get along with black males? I mean, this is my thing. If I find a group of people to be so inferior from me, right,
Hmm.
and I see other people who hang out, get along with these group of people, I'm just going to avoid that other individual also. I'm not going to communicate with that individual. I'm not going to waste my time. So
Facts.
so it's not that we're inferior. It's just that I'm just going along what Game Changer said. It's just that they're just bitter and miserable at the fact that they've been ignored. Their lives by black males. So it's like when they grow within a certain age, it's their time of revenge. It's like the revenge of the nerds. Some people say males have their time of revenge of the nerds. These females have, revenge of the ignored bitches, for lack of a better word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just strange. I mean, a lot of these people just need to go to therapy. She needs a certified psychologist alongside with that charisma character, and they just need to be left alone by us who are mentally healthy. So with that, I bid y'all good night and shalom.
Good night.
All
Thanks
right,
for
thanks a lot,
playing.
Wacky.
All right, no problem.
Good
Good night.
night. Bye.
But yeah, I don't really know if there's like a specialty for this, and I've seen it on, and I really don't watch this, but I seen it on an episode of Dr. Phil where it was a white woman actually who had a lot of issues because she wasn't an it girl in high school, and she was older. I mean, white people age different, but I want to say like late 30s, early 40s, if I had to guess. And she was just kind of stuck on it. Like she always wanted to be that blonde, leader of the pack type head cheerleader chick. So she dyed her hair blonde and she pretended to be, she rented a car for the sake of the show and everything. She pretended to be wealthier than she was. And she had this mentality. And then, Dr. Phil mentioned an incident where she got jumped by the other girls for whatever reason. And, she kind of just coiled and started crying and stuff like that, so social acceptance where, guys who've been jumped, once the pain is over, they just kind of like get over it. But with her, it was like a social thing. Like, you're not the it girl. You were rejected by the tribe type thing. So it was so internal that she just broke down on the Dr. Phil show. But she did come off initially like she had this fantasy of being the it girl, and like yeah, she just kind of like held with that. So it was a lot of resentment, a lot of hate, and it all stemmed from her social standing in high school.
Yeah, a lot of people got that from high school. Like you would think I hated women because of what they did to me in high school, but I don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, because what they did to you wasn't really that was Nana envy. What they did to this white woman was more rejection. Like, you're not a part of the tribe. Get your non-blonde ass out of my sight. And I guess blonde is like light skinned for white people.
Exactly.
That's what I'm guessing. Like,
Yeah. I actually heard gingers were the bottom of white women. I don't know
yeah.
how true that is.
I never had a ginger, but it's funny because they talk about them in the negative and the positive. Like a ginger, like they call them like scarlet or red or something like that. So
Yeah.
you know what I think it is? I think that the guys aren't really appealing. I think that that's what it is. So when they reference ginger in a negative way, they're probably talking about the guys.
Right.
Like Ron Howard and stuff like that. But it does seem like white guys like redhead women. And actually, I haven't had a full blood ginger, so that's on my list, along with a goth chick and an Eskimo.
Then you say a
And
midget
a
too?
midget. Yeah, the
Yeah.
midget. Yeah. So yeah, it's on my list of things that I haven't done that I want to do. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with gingers. But white people got their own thing going.
Yeah, I think every race of women have their own thing going within.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what's the Asian version of light skinned or what have you, but
Oh, they're the same. I heard Asians, I heard they bleach. They
oh
bleach
yeah, that's right.
more
They do see
yellowish.
like yeah. Well, it's weird. I don't think they know that non-Asian people, non-Oriental people just see yellow. Like we don't
Exactly.
see like light yellow and dark yellow. We just see yellow. Like no matter what you do or bleach or whatnot, we just see yellow.
You see yellow, that's it. Whether it's dark yellow, light yellow, it's just yellow.
Yeah,
Hey, let's not forget Latinos too. They bleach their skin too.
Yeah, because you
they
have the
do.
black Latinas,
Yeah,
and they're
black
the ones who
Latinos.
want to, exactly, and they're the ones who want to have lighter skin. Because the same thing happens in that community where the white Latinas and Latinos hate the darker ones. Same like America. I think colorism is everywhere, but it's just not what women make it seem. But that's another topic.
I think it exists in the minds of women more than it exists in the minds of men. I was in the Philippines. I was with a woman, and we went out on a date, and she said, "Look at us, we're black and yellow." We was on that. I was going to the mall on one of those motorcycles that has the thing like Batman and Robin thing on the side of it,
Hmm.
and she was like, "Look at us, we're no." She said, "We're black and white." I was like, "Nah, it's more like black and yellow." She's like, "No, no, 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 I'm white." And she said, "American guys like white." And I was like, "Then why are they here?" And she couldn't answer that, but she didn't really think much into like I don't think they would really be here if they were into white women like that. When I say they, I'm really talking about white guys. Because it was like a lot of Australians and Europeans there. It's like I don't think they would be here if they were really into white women like that. But in her mind, you know, all foreigners just like blonde hair, blue eyed chicks.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. So it was a very weird dynamic, but it existed in her mind, like that thought, like what she thinks men want seems to be far different than what men actually want.
Right.
I guess that's where I'm going with that.
No, I get what you're saying. People think white is the standard of beauty when it's really not. Because you have beauty in every nationality. But it seems like everybody just want to look white and be white. And that's really why they swirl. Because they
Well,
want to
yeah,
be white.
yeah. When a woman is uncomfortable, when a non-white woman is uncomfortable about her beauty, she does attempt to be whiter, even though this we never say that. We never really say that you're not white enough. It's more like you're too damn fat, or your attitude, your disposition, fake hair. It's typically very specific complaints. So we say, lose the weight, lose the fake hair, and lose the attitude, and you go and lose the melanin. Like it's like a weird hard headed thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only thing we usually say is you're not black enough, but I ain't never heard nobody say you're not white enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I don't say anything like that's like about a person's ethnicity or
Yeah,
pigmentation, because that's not really that important to me. Ethnicity for cultural reasons, but pigmentation is not really that important to me.
Yeah, because I heard a woman say on Kevin Samuel's stream, I heard her say, "How come black men use the white standard of beauty for everybody?" And Kevin Samuels was like, "Well, I said Kelly Rowland is a 9, so how can you say that? And she's dark skinned." So these women think that white women are above them when that's not the case,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
But
it's colorism. It's weird because the colorism is in their mind. It's not in the eyes of the men that they are attempting to attract.
exactly. But we have a new person on the panel. I can't really see the name. I think it says
It's
Eggy
Iggy Egg.
Eggy Egg. Hi, Eggy Egg. What's on your mind? Hi.
It's 9:50 on the dot. I'm on the panel. YouTube streets. I
Bro,
got
what?
a real pretty lady on the panel with me.
Man, kick this weirdo out the
I
No, no,
panel.
hit
no,
the
no. Let me
Is
hear
he
it.
link,
calling?
anticipating.
Bro, that
thank
Okay.
dude was a
Sorry
you.
about that.
weirdo, bro.
Yeah, that was
Well,
a little weird.
I mean, I thought that was him shooting a shot. Like, so, like,
Probably was singing a song like '90s style.
Well, should
well,
I?
I mean, no, that's why I said let him serenade. That's called a serenade. So,
Hey,
Bro, he a troll. Iggy is a troll.
Jalen, hold on. That's Eggy, everybody. That's his stick. He comes up and sings songs to the crowd, and then he drops off the panel. You kicked him off a little early. He probably had some more funny lyrics, but that's Eggy, everybody. Just to
yeah, so that's all.
I never
But
seen
I mean,
him.
it's Melody's show. But I was like, hey, let's hear the song. Like,
I'll bring him back up. I mean, as long as he don't say anything crazy or play.
no. I mean, I think his lyrics are usually like very G-rated but funny. So I'm nobody, but I will co-sign that Eggy is a funny person when he comes up and sings his songs.
Okay, well, next time I'll leave him up and we can have a laugh. But we do have somebody else on the panel. I'm not on my laptop. I can't see the name. GC, what does that say?
this V Dub Boogie.
Hey, what's going on? What's on your mind?
I am fine tonight, everybody. I just want to ask the question: is why is everybody putting this European standard of beauty on black men when we see the baby mamas that are running around out here? So, how are black men abiding by this standard?
Good question. I don't know. GC, can you answer that?
Yeah, once again, it's in their head. It's in their head. Us being brainwashed is really them projecting. It's projecting the fact that they're brainwashed onto them. I mean, I'm not a woman. I don't really know where that comes from, and I don't just see it in black women.
I would like to hop in real quick. I believe, and this is across the board. I'm not one of these kind of colorist type people. I believe they do it for each other and then blame us when it doesn't work out.
No, it could be that they're in competition with other women, and because white women are treated better, because white men have more, and they're more capable of treating them better, they could see it like that, and they develop like this whole, oh, wait a minute, she's being treated better because she's white, and it's because white is more beautiful, but that's not the case. It could be the case that white men are capable of doing more because they are in better symbiose with their women, but not really the case that she's more beautiful, particularly to black men.
Hi, Concrete.
And I would always ask, what is the standard of beauty in Nigeria, the Philippines, or Yugoslavia? Does that still exist? I don't know. It could be like a new country now. But
Yeah.
what is the standard of beauty there?
Well, in all Slavic countries, I'm pretty sure that they're attracted to the women that exist there for them, which is taller. Some of them have Nordic features, slim, pale skinned women. I think that that's a standard. I don't know if they were placed in Africa, would they just go crazy? But I don't really know what it is there. As far as the Philippines, I do know that the women believe that the men prefer lighter skinned women, and I can understand why there, because it's a social class and status thing. Because women who work outside become darker, and she's been working the rice field all day, so she's considered like a lesser class woman, and she's darker. To where a woman who worked in an air conditioner building or is a housewife will be lighter because she hasn't been enduring the weather. So it stems from that with them. That's not really a European thing. That's just something that would happen if Europe didn't exist.
But
Cultural.
dark skin,
What about Mexico? What about their
same
standards?
thing.
We know we see their standard of beauty. So how do we define? Do they use the European standard of beauty to categorize the Mexican women because they're
Yes,
very short and stubby?
yes, they do because there's a lot of Mexican women my complexion. Mexican women get dark, and I know Mexican women that bleach. I don't know them, but I've heard of it. I saw a documentary with Mexican women, Indian women, um, Asian women, all types of women bleach. Nobody wants to be dark, but really dark is beautiful. Sometimes I wish I was darker. Like, you know what I mean? They don't have like marks on their face. They can be in the sun for a long time. So yeah, like I don't understand why they hate their skin so much.
I've been to Mexico. That will make me Malik Yoba color real quick, real quick. It's hot out there.
Yeah. When I was in Mexico, I went to Cancun and my skin started peeling because I forgot to put the sunscreen on, and literally my whole face was peeling. But dark skinned people, their skin don't peel like that.
I peeled for 3 days, so I already know what you're talking about. Then you got to peel your cheeks. So it's a different experience. And black people, you need sunscreen. I just gotta tell you that.
Exactly. Oh, but I have a couple of cash apps. Let me just read them real quick. I appreciate the support, guys. One second. So, thanks so much for the cash app, D Rock Then. Thank you. Demetrius Shields, thank you. And thank you, Concrete Rose. I really appreciate it. She says, great discussion. Thank you. Yeah, but I just don't understand why women don't want to be dark skinned. That's actually beautiful.
And I don't think men care. So my question to you would be: if we decided our standard of beauty, would the women try to reach that goal?
Well, brother, we do decide our standard of beauty, and the answer is no. We haven't really changed. Like we're not out. Don't get me wrong. Southern brothers aside, a
Oh,
few,
I was about to say we've
yeah,
seen the
yeah,
baby mamas, so I gotta interject that we've
yeah.
seen the baby
But
mamas. So if we collectively decide the standard of beauty, would things change?
no, I'm not going to answer for a cultural fetish of my brothers in the South. I'm not really going to do that. Collectively, we do have what we like, and we have made vocal what we like, and light skinned it collectively. Once again, Southern brothers aside, collectively isn't really on the list, But have they gotten any slimmer? Have they gotten any hair reallier? Have they gotten any get me a sandwicher? Nope, they haven't. So that is the standard of beauty. I mean, I want you fit and slim. I want you in lingerie with an apron on to not ruin the lingerie as you're cooking for me. Like these are our standards, and they haven't met it. They haven't met the standards.
Uh,
So the short answer is no. Yeah.
okay, okay, I agree with that. Yeah, you know what? I'll carry on the conversation. I'm not gonna interject. That's your opinion on that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question. So, do you guys think black women hate black men because they feel like black men don't love them?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's the
Yeah,
reason.
and even what we do, well, because perception isn't matching up with reality. So even when a black man does love them, they, the perception is that they don't, so they just get confused.
I'll give an example. You have a pro-black person who is championing these women, and they're cooking him too. So there is no win here. In fact, I'll tell you who is respected: the gay black male, which is why I'm offended by the attacks on certain individuals. But Edie Amin has been championed in the swirling and divestment community. He seems to be very popular and making money over there.
It's that dude Pro Blade, which I'm not mentioning his name. B
No,
Dub.
the first one, yes, we all know who the first one I
I
mentioned.
don't know who it
Second,
is. You
the
can put it in the
second
back
one,
chat.
I'll put the other guy's name in. Oh, you don't know who the pro black B1 first? I'm the greatest of all. Come on, bro.
No,
And
I
can
don't. I don't. That's what I'm saying.
can I yeah, we put it in the private chat. I
Yeah.
want to address Zero, where he says bucket list is to smash tribal chick without dying. I did see that. Um, I did see a documentary or whatever on that, and they use this interesting type of cleaning method because water is scarce in their tribe, and to where they put like incense under their skirt to, I don't know, smoke out the odor. It was very weird, but it wasn't very hot. It didn't. I didn't look at that and get turned on by it. But
Um,
like good a good hosing, a
let
good
me let me
hosing.
let me let me hit you with some information. When the girls go to the spa now, that's actually a part of the ritual. I call it a ritual of the cleansing, where they sit over something and the steam rises into the area. It's very. You should pay for it. I'll tell you that much.
Um, if that is in addition to all the other good stuff, then that's fine.
Yeah, oh, sir.
Yeah.
It is more for you than for thou.
Yeah,
It-
no, I get it, but
okay.
if but I'm saying if that was the only, if that was their only technique, like no soap or nothing like that, then it wouldn't turn me on. I mean, like, but I do it because it's on my bucket list. But I mean, on your bucket list, you do stuff that you normally wouldn't do. But I'm just saying, like, that's that.
I mean, yeah. Well, listen, you can bring your own ivory or dove into the jungle with you if
Yeah.
that's what you're trying to do, and say, "Hey, listen, try this new shit. Don't put it in the springs because people might drink it. Take this bucket, wash your ass over here, then scent the what you call it, and let's go holler at this little tent." I mean,
Yeah.
you got to figure it out. Your way is their way. I mean, whatever she takes, stones, diamonds. I don't know how that shit works in the jungle.
So in that tribe, it tripped me out because titties aren't erogenous, but ankles are. So these chicks are walking around titties out, and they're covering their ankles. That did turn me on. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'd have one in the house, confused about the microwave, and covering her ankles, thinking that she's being modest, but her titties are just out all the time.
That's Philippine or Latin culture.
No, that's African.
Oh man.
Why you say, "Oh man, are you disappointed"?
No, because they all they cool with that stuff.
Yeah.
That's I mean, they have weird superstitions. Bucking naked and be like, I'm not telling my mother about this. Why? Because it's against our rituals. Y'all need to just let some of this stuff go. It's over now. Europeans then took over. Just get over it.
It's different. I give you that. I kind of want to see her do a striptease with her ankles. Like everything about the tribe, besides the smoke thing and the lack of water, everything else interests me. And I don't think that that's their regular hygiene. I just think that they're dealing with drought issues, like we do from time to time in California. So, it's yeah.
Do you think that's the key to saving African Americans?
What's that? Getting the tribal shit?
Yeah, integration with tribal Africans.
Possibly, whether we go over there or they come over here. But yeah, I mean, there is a dearth between marriageable women, and if you have to, go to a hut to get, go to a titty tribe to get a chick, then yeah, do that. Just learn how to speak titty tribe, because if you teach her English, then she'll start watching TV and listening to these local chicks and you have problems here. But I want an African chick. She's not a titty tribe chick, but you know, she's African.
You know, Cola Buff was African.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and you know she got to know that she was Bin Laden's concubine. She's from Ethiopia. Started the Black Womanist thing. She's got like a whole stick. She's got a whole Rashida Strober intro to most of her stuff.
Oh, so she's crazy. I don't really follow Cola Buff.
Well, listen, you see where Rashida came from. The tree bears its fruit, brother. I just want to say it that way so that it's not really offensive. But I'm being very offensive. The tree bears its fruit.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, the young lady, we asked, what can Black men do, I guess, to impress the community? I guess we're not building enough. We can buy land. We can build construction companies that make millions of dollars, $1 billion TV industries. Yet we don't build anything. What else do we need to do?
We need to build
You guys are doing. Listen, you guys are doing everything you can. I hate.
Oh my
when
God, you
people
sound like
say
a pig.
that.
Oh, never mind.
Well, who do I sound like?
You need a zip code.
No, I was going to say you sound like a pig. Oh, but I wasn't going to finish that sentence. It sounds like you're encouraging. Please continue to say what is needed for respect.
I already respect Black men. I think Black men is doing everything they can. I don't see anything wrong with the way Black men act. I think Black men are taking care of their kids. I think Black men are building. More Black men are investing in real estate, buying up property, land, whatever. That's all real estate. But yeah, I see the Black men I'm around are doing great. I don't know what Black men these women are talking about. Maybe Pookie and Ray Ray. I don't know. But yeah.
I always hate when y'all leave out Tyrone. Like that's my first name. You gotta say Pookie Ray Ray Tyrone. It's part of it.
No, I called Tyrone. He told us not to use his name.
Who said that? Which one?
I called Tyrone and he said, "Don't use my name."
Yeah, that was probably because the homeboy was trying to come over and he was like, "Nah, that nigga on his own." That's what I would have said.
Yeah,
you got kicked out. That's fucked up. Better call a side chick.
But hold on, we have a couple of new people on the panel. Fourth, I can't see. What does that say? Because I'm on my phone.
From the north.
Yeah. Hi. What's on your mind?
What up, though, panel? How y'all doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, brother.
I'm doing great. Doing great. Just based on what. Well, I just came in. Just been listening to y'all go back and forth. Been listening to V-Dub and Game Changer. Go back and forth about what the subject is. But it was something that V-Dub said that really just intrigued me a moment ago, as far as, and what you added to it too, Melody, as far as building. What can we do as Black men? I mean, the only thing that I think that we could do, honestly, is just remain in our masculine frame. Because with some women, no matter what we do, no matter what we say, no matter what standards we uphold, it's never going to be enough. And it's like we can dig the foundation out. We can put up the beams. We can build the truss, put a roof on it, and put walls up, electricity, put pipes, water, everything. And it's still gonna be like, well, you missed the corner over here. It's gonna be something.
Right. It's never enough.
That's what I'm saying. It's like right now. I'll give you an example. Like, let's see. I had an ex that I dealt with years ago, and it's like, no matter how much I made, which I do pretty well for myself, but it was always like, in her mind, you need to do more because I want to do this, or I need this, or I want. First of all, okay, in her mind, she figured because we were married that I was supposed to do everything. But what my thinking is that if I'm doing everything and you're doing nothing, I don't need you. And she thought that you just why I called her mama a bitch or something. I was like, no, you are supposed to be a helpmate. And then she literally quit her. She was working at the hospital, had a great management position at the hospital and quit because I started, closing more deals on my end. So she figured, well, hell, I can sit my fat ass at home. No, you get your fat ass out there and keep running. That's what you do, you know. And it was like no matter what I tried to do to get her to curve, her enthusiasm as far as doing something. I mean, I'm like this. I don't mind taking care of the house, provision, protection, all that stuff. My thing is that if you're supposed to be a helpmeet, damn it, do something. Then she got to the point where she want to cook. She wanted to eat out more. No, that's why you putting on. That's why your pounds is coming up. No, get your ass on a treadmill, run around the block, run up the street, and then come in and let's make some healthy meals. It's like no matter what I did to try to get her to, be the helpmeet that I needed, you know, and most men don't leave marriages. I left that one because I'm thinking to myself, I'm out here busting my ass. I'm working, 12, 14 hours, literally 12, 14 hours a day. Then up at night trying to get other stuff together as far as contracts and with my next negotiation and all this other shit. And then at the same time, all you doing is snoring. Hell no.
Oh
You
yeah,
get your ass up.
It sounds. It
exactly.
sounds. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
It sounds like you're in sales, negotiations, business, construction, things of that nature, and it can be lucrative and it can dry up. And it sounds like you were with somebody who was uncooperative. So, can I ask two questions?
Sure.
Are you in the South, and is she a westernized woman?
Yeah, I'm in the South. I'm originally from up north. I'm originally from Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, and I've been down in the South for about 15 years now. What's funny though is that she's from out east. She's from New Jersey. She was from New Jersey,
Okay.
and you know, but she had been down here in the South since like I think like 1995 or so. So she pretty much like she grew up north, and then she came south with her mother. So I don't know if the South Sun burned her brains up or whatever. I don't know what it was, but it's like. But see, the thing about it was is that, like I said, she just didn't want to do anything. And I mean, and like I said, there was like a few dry spells in my business, but not much. Because see, one thing about us men, as is that we think logically. And in the business that I'm in real estate actually, real estate financial services. So I know like during the summertime it's up and down. In the summertime it's pretty good. I mean I do pretty well in the summertime. It's going into the I call it the fourth quarter. Your October, November, December. That's when it starts slowing down because the holidays are coming up. People is trying to get ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas. But the thing about it is that it's like this in the beginning everything was fine and I don't know what it is about women when they in the beginning the representatives show up I guess and she acts like that's the person that I think I'm getting until we got married and then all of a sudden this new chick showed up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like I mean like where was this had I known that this other chick was going to show up I never would have married her. I never would have walked down the aisle with her, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I try and see one thing about me. I was always told that you try to work things out the best you can. But if you're that uncooperative and no matter what I say, then she all of a sudden tried to like thought she was going to be the lead. No, you ain't leading me nowhere. And no offense to any other woman that believes in a masculine frame, but no woman leads me nowhere.
No,
I'm
no
the
woman
I,
should.
I think that's
No
definitely one of
woman
the
should ever
problems.
lead a man.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big problems with us men, how we was raised and or point of views for so many years. Well, mostly for us black men, and you just said it yourself. Work things out, work things out. Most of that's sort of almost like take them at their words and build them up, and tend to have that 50-50
but
style type relationship, or like the relationship we saw on the Cosby Show when it's like two successful people, but Claire Husband was technically the head of the household, not Cliff.
let
And
me
we
let
try
me
to
say
have that type of
something
relationship,
that
and it tend to backfired in a lot of ways like that.
mhm.
I think y'all missed something. My brother said that he filed for divorce. I did too. Y'all need to watch out for that rising tide of men getting out.
Well, I had to because again, I'm working. I mean, think about this. I was.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. Y'all got kids together?
oh hell no. Mm-mm.
Oh, then yeah, like the other
Oh,
brother said, yo,
good.
dudes that ain't got no kids with these women, yeah, they gonna be on the rise of initiating
Hey,
divorce
hey,
first.
I do, and I still went to foul, nigga. We legal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But see,
But I
see,
think they're
that's the
gonna
big.
encourage those that don't have kids with these women. Like, you know, if you ain't got no kids with these women, then you better get the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Before
Right, but that's what I'm
Well,
saying. But
there
see,
you go. That's
the
three
thing with
men right
me, right? That's what I'm saying. The thing with me though is that, and see now, even now in my position, I am married again, but this time I mean, this woman, I vetted her like I should have did it back in the day. Cause see, back in the day, I would. This may sound funny. Y'all might laugh at me or might clown me, but back in the day, I looked at dating like it was a job interview. I had applications that I made copies of, and we sitting there drinking coffee or having a small meal, and I'm answering the questions as if we were on an interview, and you had to go through all this rigorous shit in order to be my woman. And if you couldn't, but then as I got older, though, that's when I started slipping. I ain't gonna lie, I fell off a little bit. I ain't gonna bullshit nobody. And but the beautiful thing about my situation, though, no matter, I have no children. Period. None. Not even with my wife now, and she has no children. So it's like, right. I mean, if anything was to transpire or break down, I'm not only am I free, but I put myself in a position that if I had to get out, nobody gets nothing, and I take all my shit with me.
You're in a great situation.
I'm in a beautiful situation.
yeah,
Right.
you
while I
started
do
enforcing your
the
preferences, man, and this time you stuck to it. Yeah, that's what a
Oh,
lot
while
of
I
for
men
do
don't
sure.
do. They don't
while I do
enforce their
envy your
preference.
position, I come from an old Southern family, so legacy is something that is strong. So I passed down I got three kids. I got a newborn. She in the room, sleep right now. But the point is,
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
brother.
well,
congratulations.
thank you. But well,
So
I
happy
I
for
I can't call her a newborn. She like a year. That's
Okay.
what it is. I
I
got a
don't have any
bro.
kids either, man.
You know, Jalen, you don't want no kids. We got you. I I got an 18-year-old in college too, both girls. You know what I'm saying? And then the
Uh huh.
boy.
Oh,
But the
okay.
point is, it's still about, for me, it's about spreading that legacy, leaving something for the family, even if it's a girl, she not gonna have my name, but something stays for the family, right? That's what grandma taught me, that's what they taught her, things like that. We got the land, we got the family. So I come from a different breed. Like a lot of us black folk are new. We don't have that southern legacy of land, culture, and family to build on. It's a lot of dysfunction, and that's something that I think we need to focus on is building back land, property, and that essence of family. Like, how many of y'all still got Big Mama Sunday cooking?
I was just about to say that
Oh
right
yeah, I
now.
was about to say that shit too.
Most
I
of us
was.
don't have grandma now these days.
It's over,
Technically, we became us millennial Gen X's. We became the new grandparents, and you see technically, how many people became grandparents in their 30s? That is sad.
right?
I mean, Big
We,
Mama is traditional. She's part of the silent generation, and
Yeah,
Big
the
Mama
boomers just
dying, bro.
decided, yeah, she's dying.
Big
But
Mama gone, diabetes, big swollen
well,
legs,
let's not
can't
let's
even
not
cook
talk
no more.
about my Big Mama. But I'm just saying,
I got
like
mine.
that generation has gone away, and the previous or the following generation didn't pick up the torch.
yeah.
You know, they're the boomers, and y'all
Game,
know how I
game
feel about
changer.
boomers.
You
Y'all know
know
how I
I
feel
got
about
cursed out. You know I got cursed out on Facebook. This is why I left Facebook alone. I got cursed
boomers.
out years ago before Kevin Samuels for saying that, yo, man, it's hard to find a woman like my grand. Nobody could be like her, yo.
No,
Why
true.
can't we find women like this? Do you know one of my mother's friends cursed me out?
Why?
Because she's a boomer,
Because she
and
was like,
boomers are awful people.
I'll tell you exactly what she said. Nobody could be like that woman. The fuck you mean? You know how to make mac and cheese, fried chicken, collard greens with the neck bone inside, all that shit on Sunday morning. Your lazy ass just don't want to get up and do it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
no, it's true. It's true. They don't. They refuse to do it, so they're demanding more and offering less. Big Mama was the last true woman,
Yeah. Like we got our mothers.
and she
Some of us
wasn't
that
big.
have our, yeah. Some of our mothers that's still alive. That's trying to be hipsters like they grandkids now these days. Way overly doing, especially the mothers was now grandmothers now, and because they kids that's my age that have kids themselves, and well, yeah, they trying to be hipsters like this generation. It's kind
So
of
they know
sad
what we
that way.
want. Like they know what we want to answer a question from before Boogie, and that is we want in your youth to dance the Soul Train line, and then when you're old, we want you to be Big Mama and cook and clean for the grandchildren, and take your dentures out and suck my penis until I die. Like that is what we want, and it's not a big ask. It's
Wow,
not.
that's so visually fucked up for me.
How do you
Kind of,
visualize it? I
How about at least stay in
Yeah.
shape? At least stay in shape.
I'm
I
gonna be
didn't
honest with
visualize
you.
it,
I'm not
but,
gonna
but
say
I,
it too
I
because
just
Yeah,
said
I
it.
mean,
Like no,
60
when
or
I
no, he
when I
said it.
think about it,
He's right. He's right. They ain't gonna
that's
have
right.
no
That's
kid
what we
at
want. The whole
55.
submissiveness.
We want to take them bitches out, put it with the little cube thing that fizzles, and get the popping.
Yo, JJ, I can't get that
It
image
is.
in my head now too, man.
Hey, listen, check it out. Check it out. When they done doing that, right? They're gonna still want you to be not having dysfunction and handle your business. So you better be able to handle your business like I better be able to handle my business. That's an even exchange at that age.
I
55.
agree.
Yeah.
I think it's especially if you marry. I'm talking to the married people, not you players, haters, pimps, and all that other stuff. You married folks, 55, take the teeth out, make sure you take your blue pill, get it popping and then make sure the grandkids are asleep because some of y'all old folks is nasty.
But you know what though, Boogie?
Grandkids just want to live with you.
Oh yeah, but no. See the thing though, Boogie, with me as far as legacy goes. See, I come from. It was 16 of us. It was 8 boys and 6 girls, or 14 of us. Excuse me, 8 boys and 6 girls. I'm number 9 on the charts. And so the reason why I don't have any kids is because of what I seen my brothers and sisters go through when I was growing up. You see what I'm saying? And in our family will never die. I mean, we got seeds everywhere. But
Nigga,
the
you don't need
thing,
no kids. You right. Never mind. I'm sorry. I ain't know you had all of them goddamn siblings running around these streets. You good.
no, but see what I'm saying is that what deterred me from it was I saw how my older sister. See, when I was a teenager, my brother and sister was in their 20s and 30s. So what I saw, and what was so sad about that was my parents were together for 69 years, married 51 years. You see what I'm saying? So I grew up. That's why I love marriage so much because I saw my parents. You know what I'm saying? They grew up together and then got married and then raised 16, no, well, 16 because they raised my sister's son and my brother's son. So it was total of 16 of us all together. But what I'm saying is, what shocked me as a kid growing up as a teenager, I'm watching divorce court in my own family. I'm watching child support court in my own family. I'm watching my brothers get run through the mud in my own family. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's what stopped me. So I started thinking, well, shit. Since my brothers and them got my oldest brother had 6 kids, my other brother had 4, another one had 6 more. So I mean, it's plenty of us. So I'm like, if I gotta leave something when it's all said and done for me, I got nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews to leave shit for.
I'm gonna be an asshole. A B1, I need y'all to listen to that. That's how you create an army.
Yeah, yeah. So to
Right.
blacks, if you want to create an army, it comes out of a black woman's vagina. Like, period. If you want to create a black army, that's where it comes from, and you're not going to do it with the abortion and birth rate that is presently, presented. It's just not going to happen.
You know what?
So, but how do you stop that though? How do you stop this abortion rate? How do you get rid of that shit?
You don't listen.
No, I mean you don't. However, you don't try to build with bad mortar,
Right. Listen,
and
I,
you
I
don't try to
just I
plant a
just
seed
finished
in the desert.
I just finished
Gotcha.
listening to a swirler, and she was praising Samoan men, which she got wrong. It was Hawaiian men, and she said that they are in a patriarchy. I believe that it starts with our women wanting to be in the same type of culture that is prosperous around the world, and those cultures are patriarchal.
Hey, did we
Okay.
did we listen to Lion yet?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just about to say, Lion, what's on your mind?
I was ready to say something too. Now you got black men shame for not having kids. Now that's a main problem we have here now.
Well, brother, um, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
Lion,
true.
that black men are being shamed for not doing something that requires black women's permission. I get that.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
curious. I'm
sticking with
curious
that
what Mine
myself.
has to say, or if he's still there.
You there, Lion?
Yo, yo, yeah, I've been on the show with you.
Look, I
You're
hear
low.
him,
You know,
but
Lion?
You're low.
yeah,
I know you're
hello?
talking, but you're low.
You mumble rapping, man.
You
Oh,
sound like
can you hear
Migos
me?
right now.
Can you hear me?
No, we can't.
Oh, I don't know, maybe it's a connection.
You might need to get another microphone or some earbuds with a mic on it.
Yeah, a lot of black men would
well,
have had kids if the black women wouldn't aborted them.
Well, I heard black women say, "Oh, you need to abort black males. You need to abort them." I heard it with my own eyes saying they devil stuff.
You hear what your eyes?
I don't. Let me be devil's advocate. I don't know if I'm anti-abortion. I was reckless, so I would have had 7. I only got 3.
Right, but how would you feel if a black woman aborted your children against your will? What if you wanted to have this baby?
That actually happened to me.
Oh, really?
Yes, it did.
That's terrible.
And I acknowledge that with that person.
Yeah, this is what's happening in the community.
Right. But it took my sister was the one who told me this happened. What you mean this happened? When? But I tell you what, it was when I had my first child. So would I have been responsible at that age? No. Was she wrong?
yeah, I was just about
In
to
a
ask
sense.
about when that happened with you and this chick. You like you said, you wasn't set up financial
I
wise and
was
everything
reckless.
that you are
But
now.
I'll tell you, I remember my job. I was a messenger inside New York City making $6.75 an hour plus commission.
There you go. I think most females they know which guy they don't want to have babies with. If he ain't financially
Nah,
settled and everything with money resources, she's not gonna abort that baby. And most females that way, yeah.
no, no, no. See, and this is why Big Mama is a better woman. Big Mama
Exactly.
would have made that 675 plus commission work. Like that's Big Mama is just better. And you see Big Mama. See, how come foreigners get Big Mamas and we don't have anymore? They come
I can answer your question.
answer.
Okay. So foreigners tend to stick together as a family. When they come to this country, they will stay in the same household,
Hmm.
be a house, apartment, condo, whatever the means of home, and they will all stack their money up to a very profitable standard, especially now with this whole like crypto thing. So they will all get to this specific point and then go purchase houses with enough money to make their freaking mortgage payments $500 a month.
No, no, no. I'm not saying how they economically prosper. What I'm saying is the process of keeping the family together. See,
But
you
they
say
not. They
They
not
don't
remember
care.
Gates.
They
right
don't
quick,
care.
right quick, right quick.
Yeah.
You say 675. If you calculate for inflation, I am willing to bet that that was more than my grandfather made before he had 4 kids.
Right.
And grandma didn't complain. Why? Because she's a better woman, and she wasn't some average at best bitch demanding 6 figures, and holding out her uterus until then. That's stupid. No, I'm saying that, you felt that you weren't good enough to be a father at the time. And I say, no, it was Big Mama. She wasn't a good enough woman. Or no, it was Little Mama. Hey, Little Mama, why you dress so funky? It was Little Mama. Big Mama is a better woman. She is the best a black woman can ever be.
Yeah, Big Mama was taught that you know what the family unit is the most important unit, especially for a woman and the benefits. These
Yeah,
females ain't taught
exactly.
that no more. That's why they
Exactly.
doing what they doing with the
Big
abortion.
And
Mama was
there's a big mama in other communities. If you
But I'm
go
talking about our
to Home
community. We know
Depot,
that our
if you
community they
go to
not
Home
taught that no more.
Depot, in certain seasons, you'll see a bunch of guys out there. And I'm not going to mention ethnicity, but you'll see a bunch of guys there and looking for work. And you want to know what they have at home? They have a big mama, and the big mama will be happy with a 675 guy. You know, But life circumstances didn't provide them with one, and she's okay with that. And through the process that you described, Boogie, they will excel economically eventually. They won't always be there. But what I'm saying is that they get their big mama this generation, and we don't have anymore.
Right, because Big Mama was the one who had like that Poland Springs bottle she found somewhere, and it was just quarters and nickels and dollars and dime $2 bill, and then at some point in time, Big Mama just turned it upside down, and it was $10,000 in it.
Exactly.
And also, Big Mama
It was a
wasn't
gallon.
introduced to feminism.
Big Mama was always, Big Mama was only a generation or two away from slavery.
Hey, V-Dub, you gotta remember it was a gallon.
Oh, hey, listen, I remember mine had two, and them shits was filled up.
Yeah,
and I
bro.
wanted some candy. I just turned it to the side, but like, I'm taking 2 nickels out.
I remember that too, bro.
Wait, nigga, did you steal from Big Mama?
I did. I just
Nah,
told Big Mama.
What, dude?
She came in the room. No, hold on.
You don't steal
came
from
in the
Big
room.
Mama.
That's
You stole
nigga
from
shit.
Big Mama? What's wrong with
No, Big Mama ain't care. She came in the room, but where you get the money from?
No, it's the principle of the matter.
Nah. She
No,
had
it's
to
a
whoop your ass
respect
after
thing.
that with the
Dude,
belt.
No,
You know what I'm
she
saying?
Big Mama ain't
Where's that belt? No, V-Dub. Where was that belt?
I was
Big Mama had the stick.
Where was that switch?
Hold on. I tell y'all, the switch was for my pops and them, right? And the belt had their name on it still, but I wasn't getting. I was the first grandchild, so Big Mama had the little coin thing in the living room. So every time I wanted to go outside and play and get candy, she didn't care if I took it. Yeah, I'm the firstborn of Big Mama's.
You took advantage.
Son,
You
I'm
said
good.
that
I was allowed to
punishment.
take
That's
all
out
the
of line.
nickels I wanted.
Listen. My dad kept my dad kept quarters and stuff in the car in that thing.
You got whooped for the
armrest.
quarters in the car, man.
No, I did that, but that's my dad. That's my dad.
Yeah, no, Big
Like,
Mama. My dad wasn't popping when I was. My dad had me at the same age I had my kid. That nigga ain't
No,
had.
my point is, if you're gonna steal from somebody, steal the quarters out your dad's.
That nigga, I just was saying he ain't had no money. He was my age when he had a kid. So Big Mama had the big bucket, and she was like, "If you want candy, they call me Skeeter back there. If you want candy, Skeeter, go ahead. I don't even care." After 2 times of taking nickels and going to the penny store, I don't know if y'all had penny candy stores in y'all neighborhood, but I did, and so I used to love penny candies.
Yeah, we had those back home too. We had penny candy stores, and then there was candy houses in the neighborhood where people would sell candy.
Comic book stores. See, I would ask for comic book
stores, man. I remember them days.
Candy houses. Where you?
Yeah,
from?
we had. I'm from Detroit.
You ain't had no penny candy store. You ain't.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we had penny candy stores, and we had like the candy ladies in the neighborhood. We had and where I grew up at, it was a candy lady down the street, and then there was another candy lady around the corner. So we didn't have to ride our bikes to the corner store. We just rode around the block.
Now I went straight to the
hear
Ox,
about
dog.
penny candy stores like I hear about the saloon. Like, how old is that? What the hell?
That was back in the 70s.
Penny candy stores just died in like 2000.
Yeah,
right.
No, when I was a kid, we had like corner stores.
Yeah,
the
bodega and the Ox.
The corner store had like the beers, the juices, the candy.
No,
The penny candy store had the penny. It had nothing but candy.
What the hell is a
But
penny candy?
It had nothing but candy, bro. You never had them little candy. All right, so now the penny candy store is that little weird shit in the mall where you go pay money and you get like a pound of this, a pound of that. That was
you're talking about where you scoop it, like the movie theater.
Right, but it used to be a penny candy store. It used to be like some old weird lady or dude behind a register, and they, you'd be like, "Yo, I got 10 cents," and they give you 10 pieces of freaking candy, and you be out. You be sugar rushed all day,
all day long. You high as a mother.
No, we just call it a candy shop, and those are rare. Like those were in malls. They weren't.
Yeah, they rare out here too. But I mean, if you had one on your block, you was in the right.
But they weren't in the blocks.
That's what I'm saying. But we had, as I said, we had them in our neighborhoods.
Yeah,
so we stayed high off sugar.
Yeah, they had.
Can I chime in real quick, fellas? Let me. I just thought about something that I think Boogie said or Game Changer said or somebody brought this up. The reason why that we don't have Big Mama no more is because Grandmama 36.
I said that.
Yeah, okay. So look,
generation grandparents now.
Listen, Big Mama turned into a thought, dog.
Exactly.
That's all
You
that
got great
happened.
grandmama 50,
I'm from the
great grandmama
generation
my
where they
age,
became the
and then
grandparents.
you got grandmama 34. The daughter is 21, and then
Oh yeah,
the baby is 6, and
For no
they're all in the club trying to compete with each other. You know what I'm
14,
whole
saying?
14. Let
that
me tell
whole
you
grandma
this.
thing.
You're being too generous, bro. You're starting to have moms out here who's only 13, 14 years old. You understand?
Oh,
You
I
know
forgot
that,
about
right?
them.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
yeah,
Thir-
of course, of
13,
course.
14 years
30,
old.
34-year
That
grandparents.
is
Yo, kids
nothing
haven't had
new.
their kids in
No, it's not.
Hold
No,
on.
no, no, no. It's not new. It's just
Okay.
it seems. No, I get VW. You actually you're absolutely right. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. It just seems as if like it's just very common now. You
No,
understand?
let me explain.
Go
Back
ahead.
then, they used to ship your pregnant little ass down south to a quiet place in a house
Thank you.
you feel
Exactly.
comfortable with, and everybody knew you had a baby. They just knew that Jerome popped up a few years later. This your cousin. You gonna accept him? That's how that worked back then. We
No,
actually had a code. We ain't got
no,
that
no.
code no
Yep.
more.
No,
No,
y'all
all
talking
the
about
codes out the window, dog.
listen. It's not a matter of youth because Big Mama had kids early too. You know, she became a grandma by 40. It's just that she wasn't she actually behaved as such. She behaved as a grandma. She made and the primary job of Big Mama and really all wives and mothers is to keep the family together. That's it. That's your only job is to keep the family together, and that's what Sunday dinner and stuff like that is all about.
But the difference,
Somewhere,
Soul food.
but the
no. The
boomers,
difference,
right quick. But the boomers are weird. They took all those years of tradition that got us free and got us civil rights and just scrapped it and tried to do something new. You know, it's not a matter of being irresponsible because because my big mama she had me by the time she was 40, or she didn't have me, but I'm just saying like I was born by the time she was 40, and I'm not the oldest grandkid, so
and so the difference
huh?
is that they are not too far removed from the slavery tradition
What
where
I'm
we had to
but,
stay
but they
together.
weren't slaves. Like they took
No,
the
no, they
best.
No,
weren't.
you're not.
They had
You're
that
not
No, no, they
slave.
took the
binding
best of the
tradition.
culture and made something better. Listen, we all have to embrace the fact that the lineage, the heritage that is Big Mama, and I'm talking about hot comb on the stove, has dissipated, and what is left behind is trash. And every now and again, you have to find a pick me in the garbage, and that's horrible. That's horrible. That is a situation.
You're here.
Shout out to Big Mama, but she wasn't able to effectively pass it on. You watch those movies where the king is just like some grand master general and he's just the greatest king ever, but his son is a bitch. And then, which means that the kingdom falls because the son's a bitch. Like,
Oh, we
that's
just seen that Coming to America Part 2.
yeah,
Right.
coming to America. And
That
That
was some
movie,
bullshit.
that movie reeked of feminism, man.
That was bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hey
so
man,
so my
if you
point is
watch
that
that with
that's what we're going to.
seriousness,
We had like a grand queen, and then she just passed down a piece of shit and called the boomer black woman, and now we're trying to recover it
I'll tell you the problem. They had to raise their grandchildren and still try to raise their children at the same time.
because of the
And
boomers.
yeah, and they tried to fix the grandkids while spoiling them and messing them up because
right.
their parents was already dysfunctional because they coddled them and tried to make them feel that they didn't have to do no work in this society. It's a lot.
No,
I
the
will do
boomers are
this on
just
another
awful in
show
their own
sometime.
right.
Yeah.
Like they had all the good stuff, and then they just didn't do it. They didn't listen to Big Mamas. What they listened to TV and feminist white chicks. They stupid like that.
So basically, what I gotta tell my kids is that you'll never have good mama's neck bone, collard greens, mac
They
and
don't,
cheese.
bro.
Sunday
They go,
dinner's over
That's
for
exactly
you.
what you have to do.
bro.
And,
Their
and
whole entire meal is going to be off of fucking Uber or some shit. You understand? They're
yeah,
not. It's not gonna be no more Sunday dinners and all that. You think they? And plus, people ain't even going to church no more. You know how it used to be. You go
Nah,
to
I'm
church.
joking. I'm joking. My
Oh,
first kids is Jamaican. They mother Jamaican. They always gonna have that shit. They still keep the culture.
see, that's the great thing about it. You know what I mean? Luckily, you still got that because other women is just like, nope, I'll pass. You
Hold on,
know?
real quick,
Oh,
guys. Can you guys hear me better now? Or
We
my
can
mic?
hear
Yeah,
you clear.
yeah.
yeah.
you good,
Okay.
Mel?
I
Yeah.
just want to get
But
Jay Lion in there because we've been waiting for a while. Jay Lion, what's your take on this whole situation? Are you there? Are you there? Oh, there he is.
Can't hear him.
Hey, are you talking?
If you're talking, we can't hear you, brother.
Okay, J Line. Yeah, go back out again. Come back
Oh,
in.
wait, I seen something move.
Oh,
Hello?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
we hear you
Yeah.
much better now. What's
Oh,
on
you
your
can hear
mind?
me?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, you know me. I've been on your channel a couple of times.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I think I was on Bernard Rally show, and I mentioned you. I mentioned you. And Bernard just started laughing, and he was like, "Oh, you've been seeing those pixel pictures or something." You were saying. I was like, because I was saying that like if God, I mentioned you and Jessica X. I said, well, no, for like the black community in America, if dudes can find like women like you or Jessica X, stuff like that, they got some type of sense. But then at the same time, the women like you call these we call it pick-me's and stuff like that. So that just shows you how dysfunctional the culture is because anything that what do you call it wants to cooperate with men is seen negative. So I mean, what the hell do you do with that? So I was like, so that just tells you that like the whole feminist and all this, people bought into that feminist agenda, and people, people don't see how dysfunctional, how toxic it is. So I don't know. So I think that, like you were saying, I think that the other generations and or like other cultures outside of the West, have a better structure, when it comes to, family. The thing is that people don't even value, you know, marriage or relationships. Everything is just, what do you call it? It's just like, getting a new pair of shoes or whatever. It's just like, it's like a throwaway type of culture. So I think that, yeah, it's just bad. But
Yeah, you're right about that. Shout out to Bernard Riley. I love Bernard's show. Shout out to him.
Mind if I jump in
Yeah,
and
sure.
get a formal conversation? So I was saying I was enjoying this week because shout outs to GC for that wonderful stream the other day, roasting them little dumbass drags talking shit. Um, and shout outs to Forehead Girl that was in the comment section. She got her ass roasted. You feel me?
No,
That's
she
how we
really
got it.
did.
That's what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Roast big forehead Keisha. You feel me? We out here. But
Definitely.
let's put it down for this whole entire thing about why they call these women, especially you, pick me's, and I notice that they usually have problems with JX more. They give her more problems because she's across the pond. my thing about it is this. I started to tell brothers at this point, you gotta stop. Like I don't understand why some of these lame ass niggas want to come over to this space, especially, and try to tell us we have to work with them and try to understand their needs and this, that, and third. My philosophy is simple. Fuck their needs. I don't give a damn about what they say or what they have what's there on their minds. Once you sit up there and you started violating, and you started sit up there saying some stuff out your mouth, like y'all was yelling out "mama, mama, mama" when the knee was on your neck, I've lost all respect for you, dog. And then you have all these other women that sit up there and talk about black men, but I say my philosophy is simple. The black man's dick is still on your mind. And you still care about what we have to say and what we think. So you're delusional. That's why a lot of these women that talk all like pink pill and divestiture stuff, they ain't got no damn moves. Because they want
Yep.
to be in competition with women like Melody and Jessica X and Chantel Simone. And then all these other women. Shout outs to Erica Lashai and the rest of them. They don't make no goddamn sense. We're seeing these women show their true colors. They're desperate for an argument because they want attention. So all you gotta do is just sit back, enjoy, laugh, hope to the high heavens, and hope that on another stream that you get another big forehead so you can start cutting their ass, and we just relax and we chill, man. And then we hear these women that talk about they can make a man into a millionaire, but they only earn 5,000 a year. You can't make this shit up. Like I'm telling you, yo, you gotta sit back and laugh, dog. Like this is hilarious because it's just showing who they truly are, man.
A lot of those chicks don't have no. Their IQ is low as hell, man. Because
Very low dimensional,
I mean,
very low
like they make
frequency.
no.
I got a
I mean,
brother.
like arguments they make. It's not even. It's like they don't even make good arguments. So it's like they're a joke. So it's like you can't take them seriously. My thing is like even when these chicks, when they start
I asked
talking,
the host.
you just gotta ignore them and don't pay no attention because they just want attention and you can't take them serious, man. You can't take them seriously. And if dudes are stop being so thirsty, and I mean I tell you this, if dudes just stop talking to these chicks, just drop them and just like oh hell, I'm not even deal with it. Then like
Can I ask the host a
um,
question? I just want to ask her. Really, if you're considered a pick me for what they say is catering to black men, what should they be called for what they do for the other races of men?
I would consider them mammies
Hmm.
because you know how back in the day the black woman catered to the white family and their kids. That's what I would consider them, mammies.
I would call them super moo cows.
Super move cows.
Yo, Melon,
They are
it's the
fat.
other, it's
I'm
that other
sorry.
chick. It's that other chick who hate black man. Her name is Spiritual Whistleblower. I don't even know that chick,
Oh,
but
damn.
All right,
Oh, that's the
yeah,
aggressive strike.
they look like to trigger y'all. Hold on. Okay, let me ask you
yeah,
another question. Let me ask you another question. So,
go ahead.
divested women like to say that mixed women are a problem to the community. However, their mantra is that they want to be with men of non-melanated persuasion. If they have a child with that non-melanated person, would they hate that child?
Yeah, we
Hmm.
already said that. Yeah, if they have a black son, especially a boy, I think, with a white man, if the son comes out darker, they will hate it because they
That was a
talk.
good question, Doug.
Was that the question? Did I answer it or did I hear it wrong?
Well, you answered the right question. I always ask the same question
Okay.
to women.
Well, I think your question
Divested or
was
not.
was more to the daughters though, because they don't really hate light skinned men.
Well, GC, the daughter
Oh,
they might
oh,
accept. In fact, I'll be very frank. I am not with a black woman right now, and probably her most hypest part is my daughter's hair and the eyelashes. But I got nice eyelashes, so that came from me. But her hair is very curly, very thick, very nice. She loves the fucking hair. She's happy that her daughter has this hair. She says it all the time. Black women try to have mixed babies for the same reason. So what's the difference between my girl and the black woman?
I was gonna say it goes
Well, I
both
mean,
ways.
did your girl talk shit about mixed girls her whole life? Like,
No, she did not. But she was very happy to be like, I hope. Look, before the
yeah.
baby was born, she said, I hope she has curly hair. I hope she has it. And when the baby came out with the hair, she's still fucking happy. It's fucking crazy. I don't understand it, but she's
Well,
still happy.
Yeah, I have curly hair.
it's one thing to
I
have
have
admiration
curly
for
hair.
certain features that people possess. However, it's another thing to hate that group of people because they possess those features. Like that's because I think that white girls tan. I think that there's something there. I think that they probably find mulattoes more attractive too. To be quite frank, however,
GC,
they don't hate them. They don't have this strange hatred towards them.
I got a lot of respect for you, brother, on these YouTube streets. My daughter is well, she's 18 now. My first daughter. They asked her if she has a white parent. That's how light skinned she is.
Yeah.
So listen,
Is her mom white or is she like?
my
Is she
mother's Jamaican. I tell you, my first children are Jamaican. My son's dark as
okay?
hell.
Man, you don't take offense to that term, do you? Because if
No,
something,
coolie, light skin, none, yellow bone, none of that stuff. I don't. Why would I take offense? She might take offense to it, and that's her business. She might want to cut you with my daughter, but me, I don't. I'm a little bit older. I know how to describe people comfortably or uncomfortably.
all right.
Somebody
There's
told
history with
me.
the word. There's history with the word
Okay.
mulatto.
I believe that the term mulatto is a reference to people in my family. Second
Yeah.
up. So but I do understand that the term mulatto, moreno, negro all comes from dialects and different classifications of black people when they were brought here to America or were designated to be here in America. I'm not going to go into that, but that's just where those terminologies come from. It's written in the American constitutions and other stuff.
Well, Moreno is Spanish for brown, just like Negro is Spanish for black. But mulatto is the root word of it is mule, like mix of two different breeds or species in this case. So yeah,
A derogatory term. Like,
yeah, it's meant to be a derogatory term.
like
However, I did not
Negro,
mean it that way. That's what
like,
I'm saying.
like Negro was turned into Negro.
Yeah, it turned into something bad. Yeah.
And then the other word. So I mean it, and people who think I'm bugging, go look up Southern people trying to pronounce Spanish word negro. That's just hilarious.
You know what, guys? I was told by other black women that I think I'm better than them because I have curly hair. And I'm like, why?
You should always think you're better than
Jealousy,
somebody.
man.
Well, I mean, I hate it when people say what you think. Like, I hate these telepathic idiots. Like, like my Professor X Powers tells me that you think you better than me. That's really weird.
Oh, because
It's projection.
Like,
Melody, you
it's
know it's
solid.
projection and shit, yo. Like, they'll find another argument. They'll say some dumb shit like, "Oh yeah, all these niggas fell in love with that avatar. Cause look at her," and then they'll find another something to argue about. We know this already. It's the same tactic used all the time.
But that's the same shit they say about Jessica X too. They say the
Yes.
same bullshit with her because these funky ass females,
Brother.
like I said, they so innate with what Melody looked like and what Jessica X looked like and what these other females look like. If you take here's think about this. When Kevin Samuels said Sweetie was a 6, these hoes got mad for one reason and one reason only. Because if they pulled all them damn claws off, pulled that horse hair out, took that damn Ringling Brothers Bottom and Bailey makeup off, them hoes would look like ordinary chicks in the hood. That was the only reason why that they got mad at him about that shit.
Hey, let me ask GC a question. He's an OG in the sector. You remember Delphia? Delphia Mafia, it's her name, whatever it was. She had a avatar of some dark-skinned black woman, and then her cam came on accidentally.
Oh my god!
Okay, what, she was light skinned or something?
No, she was dark-skinned, and we finally realized that she was probably a little bit autistic. But she was catfishing a lot of the black male sector for a long time. She was on their side.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Melody,
had
that's
like
the
a picture
reason
of the
there's a
black girl.
pushback.
Oh,
well, Melody can't
definitely
help it. She looks like her. She looks like her picture.
Bro,
No.
dudes be asking for her IG, man. You see exactly.
Yeah, that's why there's rules and
proof.
restrictions now, and that's why Jessica gets a lot of flack, and she's not gonna release the picture. That's like Kevin's not gonna respond. But the point is, niggas, people have been catfished before in these sectors, and they putting restrictions on who can talk and who can't.
What?
I see what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it, V-dubs. I understand.
Where that shit come from?
Sophia's picture right now.
Hey, so I want to say right quick what we're all thinking, and that is that Stormy Maya is sexy as hell.
Yes.
Well, she's gorgeous. That's why.
She's fine. She is fine.
She foin.
Fine. I mean, full fine. Woo! Good God.
When I go to PickMe, I'm like, I need to put this girl. She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I don't even know who y'all talking about. Hold on.
My thumbnail.
Melody with the smart marketing techniques, you dig?
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you the picture. Hold on.
She's a pick-me.
Yeah,
Proud
she
Pick-Me
made a song called "Pick Me."
Oh, let me share the screen.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What was that, boy?
Oh.
Damn, dog. What was that?
Dog,
man?
son, what was that, man?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Hey,
Yo, you about to mess my damn stomach up, nigga.
wait. When did y'all hop How new are you guys?
Look at that. Look at that.
Bro, with
That's
the afro
gorgeous.
though. But with the
I don't know
afro,
who
you
that
dig?
is.
Oh yeah, the afro. That's what I'm saying. Just look.
So
I don't know who
natural.
that is.
Yes, beautiful, gorgeous.
Ain't she
It's
Afro Latina?
I don't know what she is, but she bad as hell. Like she
I
comes from
know.
like the tribe of badass bitches.
Either that or
It
black and
says
white.
she's from the Bronx. Oh my god.
She from up north.
My daughter was born in the Bronx, and her mother was
Bro,
born in the
that's
Bronx.
like an anomaly of the Bronx, son. You get mad like ratchet. You get like mad ratchet Spanish
That's
shorties
how
and
I
black
know.
chicks,
That's
dog.
how I know you ain't
Wow.
to the Bronx. You bugging. You been to the Bronx, right?
Bro, I know the
That's
Bronx like the
Fordham
back
Road.
of my hand.
That's Fordham Road, bro. Come
Hold
on.
on, if she
That's
looks
Fordham Road.
That's
Watch the
Fordham Road.
heights.
What's the
Grandfather.
You know what? You actually right about that.
I'm trying to tell you, that's Fordham Road, bro.
Yeah, you
In fact,
Fordham
that's
Road.
Fordham Road by Fordham University.
Oh, she's
Hell
on
yeah,
that.
bro. You right.
Thank you.
Right there in Webster. Right there in Webster Ave. Right there in Webster Ave. You know.
Because somebody's saying that she looks okay. I said, well, what are your standards if she's just okay?
You want a New York nigga to speak, or you want somebody else to talk?
No, go ahead. No, you talk. You a New York dude. You talk. You talk.
A six. That's about a 6.
Yeah, we from there. I'm from Jersey, so
Wait. V Dubs, you saying Stormy Myers is 6?
Yeah, but I'm 6 or 7, bro. Bro, I'm
No, I'm just asking.
Come on,
Yes.
Dub. Come on, man. You from New York, dog? Come on. A 6?
Bro, I'm
Yes.
kind of
Well,
used to
I
seeing
mean,
Spanish
I'll bite.
shorties like that.
So who's
on
a
Fordham.
9 in New York? I'm curious.
I don't know, but
Yeah, please tell me, sir.
Nah.
Because I'm curious too.
No, I can show you pictures. I'm not gonna pull the pictures up, but I mean, you could ride on the train and find something better. How does that sound? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me ask the brothers a question.
Hold on, Mel.
Let me ask the brothers a
And
question.
from the Bronx.
If she's a baddie, right? As y'all say, she's a baddie, right? But you can go on the train and find 5 more.
Exactly.
If not the same or better. What does her number rate now?
Well, it
seen
depends.
females
It
like,
depends. Excuse me. To answer your question, it depends on how many people rate or ride the train. So if you ride the train with thousands of people in the top 10% and there's only 5, yeah, that would make sense that you would find that, because basically the women that you're pointing out are, like 0.5 out of 1,000. That doesn't really make them a 9. That would make them like a 9.9.
It would lower their qualifications.
Well, right quick, answer your question. It would make them like a 9.95. However, in the thousands of people who ride the train, she would probably be in the top 100 of them.
No matter what borough she from?
Wait. She's from the Bronx. Look.
No, I'm saying. I'm talking. Does Queens or Staten Island or Long Island count? Or Harlem?
Nah, we talking about. Wait. We're talking. Wait, Mel. Wait, hold on. Real quick.
Let the New Yorkers explain the dynamics of this.
Okay, go ahead, Mel, and then I'll go after you.
Well, I mean, no. What I'm saying is more of them. Listen, if a 9 would be somebody that's in the top 10%. So if you were to get a sample population, a random sample population of 100 New York women, I'm pretty sure she would be the best, or in the top 10 of them. And if not, she would be in the top 20, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But
that's playing the numbers. That's playing numbers.
Name somebody from New York, a celebrity who looked better than her. I want to hear it.
I'm waiting. That's what I'm saying. What borough is she from? Is she Queens, Staten, Long Island, Harlem, Manhattan?
From the Bronx. She's from the Bronx. 14.
No. What I'm saying is, here's what I'm saying. I'm saying compared to other women. I mean, do Brooklyn got better women? Do the Bronx got better women? Queens, Staten.
Hey, bro, we're not gonna do that Instagram live here right now, because this is gonna be a matter of who got we're not gonna do that right now. We're gonna just judge them on that present.
Only the Bronx, dog.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just read these. Wait, hold on, Mel. Let me just read.
Hold on, fellas.
Hold on, yeah, thank you. I'm just gonna read these cash apps real quick. Thank you, Earl Smart. He says, I like your shows. I appreciate you. Thank you, number 16. He says, tell Mel to stop eating on his mic. That's for you, Mel. Bartholomew. Oh, I forgot his name.
Bartholomew.
Yeah, I think that's Chowhound. He says he didn't say anything, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your
No,
support.
you was at zero. Said that shit.
Who? No, that who?
I thought it was Zero that said that about eating on the mic.
Oh no, that was number
That
16.
zero.
Oh, number 16. Okay, I thought it
Yeah.
was Zero.
All right, D
No,
Dub.
where's
No,
Zero?
but Dub, what I was saying was is like okay, like I've been in New York before myself. What I was saying was, do you look at the women like do you look at Harlem, Uptown, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, and then you go across the bridge or under the tunnel to New Jersey? Because I see some fine women in Edison, Trenton, Newark.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm not
Right,
trying to
but
do all that.
I
I'm
think
sticking to the Bronx though.
I think you simplified. I think you simplified the experience that is New York, because you say you go to Queens, New York, Manhattan, Staten. Okay, cool. But if you in Brooklyn, you can go to the Jewish community, the Indian community, the Guyanese community, the Jamaican community, the Black American community, the white community, the Italian community, the Chinese. Like, so what community are you talking about? Like,
Depends on
again,
your
All right,
taste.
let's do
again,
this.
let
Let's do
me
this.
explain. Let me explain. When she hops on the train, she is competition to not just her own race and dynamic, but to every other race and dynamic here in America, in New York
I'm
City.
not. I'm not sure she has a racing
Okay,
dynamic,
but
but
V
let
Dub.
me
She
say this.
does in New York. She does, just like you said. When she rides the train, she's gonna be in competition with a bunch of other New York females that twice as better.
No, I was
All
making a
right,
joke because
hold
she's
on.
obviously of mixed heritage. But I mean, nevertheless, I typed in the words "beautiful women of New York," and um, please stop me. Tell me to stop when we find like the hotter one.
Well, who's the
Again,
one right there in that brown
Need it
skirt
more
over there?
descriptive.
Oh, brown skirt.
I
Let's
think
see.
that's where we go
But
to
that's
the
the
standard of beauty,
okay.
in which
Type
I
in
have on
beautiful
the panel
black.
for.
That
Okay,
hold
Type
on.
in
so
beautiful
yeah.
black
That,
women in New
I
York.
just want to say one. I just want to say
Well,
one thing
right.
about the
No,
Bronx
no,
thing.
because she's competing with all
Hold
ethnicities.
on. All right,
So
right. But let me just say one thing real quick, bro. Like just one. All right. So if we're talking about Bronx chicks, right? We have to
Right.
have the understanding. Like usually we just think that Bronx chicks is usually bottom of the barrel. If you're talking about just Maya, I believe her name is. If I'm wrong, correct me. Even if she's riding on a train, she's still of a higher rating than compared to other girls, bro. Like
yeah, and that's what I was pointing out.
If you see her on the Ford, the D train going to Fordham Road, she's gonna be in a little bit of competition with the shorties on Fordham Road, but at the end of the day, she still will be a high rating system. She still will be an 8, 9 to a 10.
Got
Well,
you. Okay.
the only way she would be a six is if 40% of the women on the train were hotter.
Thank
Like
you.
that's the
I
only way.
believe, I
That's
believe,
what he's
I
trying to say.
believe
Yeah,
that she is a six because there is the competition. But
exactly.
my standard may be
But
different from you guys.
40% of the women on the train wouldn't be hotter though. That's my
Right.
point.
But 100% of the men are going to be looking at these
Yeah,
particular people. Right?
No,
Exactly. Yeah.
I get that men glance at the hottest ones, and I don't doubt that out of 1,000 women there'll be a hotter one. I'm just saying that she would definitely be higher than the top.
And so now here's my next question, because I'm a New York guy. How many? How many men? I don't even care how many men. How many of you would hop off the train and go holler and be like, hey, yo, here's my number. Here's my.
Well, I would.
All right, I'm gonna just put it like this. I think that the six is inaccurate, and I don't really do the number
I'll
system.
raise her. I'll give her
Well,
the.
put it this way,
I'll give
she's
her
a
the
But
God
six.
I
That's
seven.
a
do
Can I
think
give
that
her
adjustable
the
the
God
six
seven.
is,
seven? Am I
yeah,
allowed
that
to
I
give
that
would
her the
say
God
she's
seven?
adjustable seven.
and especially from what I'm seeing here,
That
because y'all
bugging.
got like cow people on here. Like, I
Oh,
mean,
that's Winnie Harlow.
okay,
She's a
yeah,
model.
Those
Give
could
like
her
be
Okay.
the
pictures
God
of
seven.
females that's
Y'all are
just
funny.
modeling in New York. They don't live from New York, in New York either, too. For
no, but
magazines.
what I'm saying is when you
Like,
type
She's
in
from
"beautiful women of New
Toronto.
York," this is what comes up. I'm saying like
yeah,
like
don't take
the
it
Google
100%
search engine
accurate.
has
They're
a
from New
well,
York.
I'm saying like the Google search engine. If the Google search engine has a hard time finding much hotter, then
I
that's
don't like
really
Bro,
the
what I'm
Google
saying,
search
bro,
engine.
don't
it,
take
would,
it.
it would be
I
that
believe,
You
she's
type in
likely more than a
beautiful women
six.
New
can I
York,
be
right?
honest? I believe
And
there's a
it got a
plus or
picture.
minus. There's a
It got
plus or
a
minus
picture of
about
Winter Carter right
five.
there. She's not from New York.
Hold on, guys. I do numbers. These some numbers, guys. Here, they crypto is a plus or minus about five makeup, non-makeup but care, and then makeup. So there's like a plus or minus about five. Y'all got to deal with us New York guys stress. So y'all be acting like it's easy in y'all areas, man. Y'all not here. We're here, man. They change quick.
Oh, I agree with you, bro. I mean, like I said, I'm from Detroit, so I understand.
This is scary, guys. This is some fictional documentary stuff that we got to deal with here.
I get it. I get it.
But bro,
I don't. I don't.
Yeah, now
but if
compared
we're
to the women
saying,
of
listen,
Miami and California,
Yeah,
bro,
he's
really got some
All I'm
but
doing
if
is
you're
I'm
saying just Maya, bro, if you're saying
well,
just Maya,
well.
bro,
All
the
I'm
only
the only
competition
thing
she
I'm
would have,
contesting.
the only hold on, just one thing, GC. My thing about it to V Dub, bro. At the end of the day, we both know this. The only shorty she has potential to compete with is shorties on Fordham. The rest of the Bronx, bro, she has to go to the Northern Bronx to be in competition at least. South Bronx, forget it. You might find a little bit of jewels in South Bronx, bro, but at the end of the day, just Maya, in my opinion, nah, she'll
It's
she'll probably be a
average.
not.
Yo,
No, she's not
bro.
average. No, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Look, listen. I understand. I've seen
She still
bad
got to go to
Spanish,
Jamaica Ave,
bro,
Fulton.
bro,
I don't even know what's in Staten
bro.
now.
We doing too much, bro. We like,
34th
bro,
Street.
just the Bronx,
V
bro,
Dub,
bro.
chill. Let me get you
V
right.
Dub, we doing too much. I'm focusing on the Bronx, bro. Her only
Exactly.
Okay, you
competition,
right.
her only competition is Fordham Road, bro. She can't even do
Exactly.
149th Street.
Exactly.
149th Street is trash, dog.
Is
So that's what I'm trying to tell
the
you, bro.
crackheads over there?
Her only competition was Fordham. You feel me?
Exactly.
And probably Fordham University. Not even
Or even
BCC,
Washington Heights.
bro. Not maybe Washington. Okay, I'll give you
Exactly. That's
Washington
the
Heights,
close thing. Washington
but
Heights.
sticking to the Bronx though. But bro, sticking to the
Yeah, it
Bronx,
sounds like
bro.
Washington
That's
Heights.
her only. That's her only competition. But she's still on a higher caliber, bro. She's still at least a 9.
Right,
That's
right.
regardless. So I don't
Facts.
agree. I don't agree. She's a 6, bro. She's higher than a
But
6.
bro, she don't got competition
Without
out here,
makeup.
bro. She don't got competition on the what's that bus ride number? The 22. She don't got competition on the 22 line.
Castle Hill.
The whole 22 line. She don't got competition. All the way
Castle,
to Heights.
bro. Castle Hill to Lehman
Ain't no
College.
competition with Castle Hill.
Come on, man.
Bro, all right, look, listen, V Dub. I'll give you Lehman College. I'll give you Lehman
I
College.
live
I'll give you
around
Lehman
Castle Hill,
College.
around that area. So I
Bro,
know.
V Dub, you would only have an accurate argument if she was at Lehman College. I'll give you that. But otherwise than that, the whole 22, the fuck not.
I'm not
Right,
saying that
exactly.
the main dusty. I'm just saying there's competition out here. She's not the baddest chick on
No,
the
probably in Manhattan.
But she's still the highest
Midtown area,
rated.
Manhattan.
That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. She's still the
right,
highest rated.
but
Midtown.
I
That's
think
what you're thinking
it's
of.
So I can't say she's a 6. I have to say she's. And if you're
and
gonna get the
I
least
am
value,
hey bro, hold on. I am not knocking your rating at all. I'm telling you mine. I'm telling you how I feel. I agree with your arguments that in these certain areas she balling.
Right.
Right.
I respect that.
But
Yeah.
I'm all over the city, so I'm like, yeah, you average at best, and I might.
But she can't be the average at best. You did.
Hey, bro, you gotta respect my. I respect you.
Nah, I did. No. Of course. I got you. My fault.
To me, I'm not being. I'm just saying. To me, yo, around these streets, like on 34th or 5th or Madison, yo, you average.
Exactly. See, you're thinking of Midtown
average.
Manhattan, then you got a determinate point.
No, I get what you're saying,
Midtown
B-Dub.
Manhattan.
You feel me?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro.
But in the Bronx,
I expand my vision of the whole thing. Like in your streets, you popping. Cool. But we in these boroughs. You leave your borough, you not popping no more.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, all right, look at Dub. So what about Brooklyn? What about the chicks in Brooklyn? Well, I mean, what's up? Are they popping?
Depends where you at.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something as a Brooklyn dude that a lot of y'all need to respect. If you like an alpha chick that will hook off, that is about her business, then you gotta mess with a Brooklyn chick. Outside of that, I don't know what you're looking for.
Are you talking about a Bed-Stuy chick or what?
I'm from Bed-Stuy, Tompkins. So I don't know what you're looking for. Outside.
I mean, you could be Washington Heights too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. You know,
Washington Heights is
I'm
different.
in that area right now, so I already Dimelo, St. Nicholas. I don't know, 150 all the way up to Dyke. What you talking about?
Yeah,
right.
Like, I already get it. Amsterdam, Broadway. Well, Broadway got white people now, but gentrification.
That's true. That's true.
Well, the reason why I was asking, because see, I've been in New York before, but I didn't know my way around because I mean, New York a big city. You know, just the chicks that I saw from like I said, I never been to the Bronx, but I've been to Brooklyn. I've been, Harlem, Manhattan, of course, Uptown, But that's about it. And Staten Island, I couldn't get on that because the ferry was already gone for the day over the Hudson. So I'm just saying.
Good
Nobody
advice.
care
Good
about
advice.
Staten.
Let me give y'all some game for free. I'm gonna put
Word
it
of
in the book, I
advice.
guess. Good advice. I'm gonna put it in the book. If you from out of town and you trying not to get robbed, stuck up, stabbed, shot, you should mess with a Queens girl.
Yep.
Yep,
Oh,
bingo.
Queens.
Queens.
Yeah.
I never been to Queens. I mean, like I said, the only place I've ever been was, like I said, Brooklyn, Harlem,
or Long Island.
Uptown.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. Queens on Long Island. Those
If
are
you want to
perfect
stay out
girls.
of trouble, get a Queens or Long Island chick, bro.
Exactly.
What part of Queens? Jamaica, Rockaway, Hollis, what?
No,
Close
not
to
Far
Long
Rockaway.
Island.
Stay away from Far
St.
Rockaway, bro.
Albans, Merrick, Highland,
Memphis, Queens.
Laurelton, Rochdale.
Yeah, right by the Jamaican spots too.
Yeah,
Right up
bro.
Merrick.
All the
You get
Caribbean.
Yeah, I
all
heard
that
those
shit.
spots is popping. Those spots is popping, I heard.
They are.
Hey, that rapper
Golden
chick got a
Boulevard.
spot over there. What's her name?
Who?
Damn, the
Who?
rapper girl. She's the old school rapper girl. She a doctor now. She
Who you
got
talking about?
Roxanne?
yeah, Roxanne. She got a store over there. She got a spot over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't Roxanne from Queensbridge?
Yeah,
Where Sharon from? Where MC Sharon and Marley Marl from?
I wouldn't know. Nigga. I ain't that.
Yeah,
old,
no,
nigga.
bro.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad.
No. 14. I'm explaining. Yes, Roxanne and MC Shan is from Queensbridge, bro.
Yo,
Okay.
He did a live video going over the 59.
Well, only why I asked that because KRS-One had a song back in the day called "The Bridge Is Over."
Yeah,
Because
KRS is from the Bronx, though.
Yeah,
right. No, what I'm saying is they say
doing like a battle rap with different bros like that. That's part of what the song was.
no, but I don't. Okay, to be honest with y'all, okay, I'm from the old school, and I grew up in the beginning of hip hop. I'm talking about like with Run DMC and Jam Master Jay and Flash and them cats.
You know, my
All
daddy
right,
used to tell me all the time.
fellas, this is a conversation that
Yes, sidetrack. You right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but just Maya. That's
we say that. I say that she's
Hold
higher than a 6. I don't give people numbers, but I say it's whatever it is higher than 6.
Hey, listen, I believe we have a different rating system.
Hey,
That's-
Wacky.
I think it's the same system. I just think,
Yo,
I think something else is going
You
on.
guys
But
hear me?
yeah, we hear you, Melody. Go ahead, love.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Who just came up?
Wacky.
Supervision.
Wacky.
Supervision came up first, and then Wacky. So supervision.
Melly, I'm gonna get also a little bit naked. Come on. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank
Be on
you.
the lookout for him. So, yeah.
Okay, thanks for coming.
All right, I'll be back.
Thanks, man.
All right. Supervision adult. What's on your mind?
Yo, what are y'all even talking about? Like, I just came in and like it sounded like y'all moved away from the like. What's like the subtopic right now? What's going on?
He
Fill me
said
in.
topic. We was rating the girl from the Bronx. I said 6. Everybody else says like 8, 9, 10.
Oh, well, what's the picture? Let me see the picture then.
There we go.
And but originally we were talking about women, the pink pill women, calling women like me pick-me's, women who take up for black men.
Oh, they crazy though, but they crazy people. Like you know, like they not like regular human beings. Like anyone who calls themselves a swirler is like a mentally ill person. Because like you seeing yourself as like you're actually seeing the other person as a color. Like literally, you've reduced their whole essence to like just a color in a skin complex. Like that's like serious mental illness. It's like you gotta, like they would say you gotta pray for people, but I don't want to be facetious or nothing like that. But like they probably need to be like locked up, re-educated, you know, put them somewhere where they could just do honest labor and like take their mind off of like all these social issues. Like they're bugged out, bro. Like they're crazy people though. Like they don't make sense.
So, could you play a screen melody right quick? Because he was asking to see what Stormy looked like.
Oh yeah. Let us see. Produce the goods.
I think she's 8, 9, 10.
From the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
She's a healthy looking woman. Yeah, she's pretty good looking. I mean,
So what do you
yeah.
think on scale?
Like on a scale of just based on her looks, I guess. Like, I mean, that's like an 8, Depends on your personal preference. It could be higher. Like I could see like 8, 8.5, something like that between there. 8, 9.
Now tell him she's from the Bronx of New York City.
She's from the Bronx. So now what does she get?
Oh well, I
I
don't
would
know her
say she's an
personality.
adjustable 7 myself. Adjustable
Just because
7.
she started in the Bronx don't mean like she's still like got the stereotypical
Yeah.
Bronx girl attitude. I don't know her personally. If she had
Well,
like a bad attitude, then yeah, it's gonna drop down. But the body by itself, just like as a picture, like without her talking, is like it's a good shape. She's in good shape, good condition. Her skin looks healthy. She got nice hair. It looks like it's hers. I mean, you got to give her her physique a good score.
okay, but number 16 don't like plastic surgery. I mean, does that matter if she's fake? Does that matter
Oh
to
yeah,
you?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
gonna
it
that's gonna
does.
drop
Yeah,
that's gonna
absolutely.
drop the score down. I mean, because she's not gonna carry that over to her genetics. So I mean, you
Right.
just judging her just
Because
based on the
She got
look
plastic
purely.
surgery.
Her surgeon a beast. So
Well,
you just be
I
like,
think
well, her
I think
surgeon a beast.
her breast is the only thing that's fake, and I don't mind if my daughter don't have big ass titties. So.
I get that.
I mean, they could get bigger breasts.
Like I
If
say,
they wanted
adjustable
to.
7. That's what
You're
I
trying to
give her.
just
Adjustable
jump the
7.
gun.
I'm with Clue. I'm with Clue on this one.
So adjustable 7. So I am still in the realm of you guys with my 6.
What's adjustable mean? By the way, sorry. What is adjustable? What is the adjustable?
Adjustable 7. An adjustable 7 is someone that's like she can go up to an 8. Just depending on what she's wearing, how she's dressed for that day,
How she presents
makeup,
herself like for
hair.
that day. Got
Hey,
you.
brothers,
Right.
I think Wacky's trying to get a word in. Wacky.
Hell yeah, because y'all
Go
niggas
ahead.
loud as fuck. God damn, nigga.
Hey, Wacky, what's on your
Go ahead,
mind?
Wack.
No, because I think V-Dub, I just came just to say this because V-Dub told homeboy that if you in New York and you want to be with the female that's not going to set you up, be with a Queens girl. Nigga, that's a lie. Them girls that have you held up, stuck up, and everything, man. Nah, that's a damn lie, bro.
What part of Queens is this?
Jamaica.
That's what I would like to ask him. Southside?
Anywhere,
You talking about Southside chicks, right? Because I know Southside chicks.
hold on. Anywhere on the southeastern part of Queens on down. All right. Whether it be the south side, the north side, or especially Far Rockaway. You don't
No, okay, Far Rock, 6 borough, them niggas don't count. They something else. Point is, listen, Queens chicks is not that violent, bro. Especially the houses one. So we talking about 230, St. Albans. The little back blocks. We all mentioned Laurelton and the back block.
Vito, I was born and raised in that part. I know that part. Don't get it twisted. Them motherfuckers is crazy too over there.
I know. I went to school over there, bro. I grew up there too. I lived over there. I know them niggas.
Uh-huh.
What's wrong with you? Especially by the little triangle church. Them niggas over there by the triangle church. You know the triangle church, right?
What the hell's a triangle church?
You know about the triangle church. You look like a pyramid on the outside when you drive right by the James Brown thing when you go into the St. Albans train station.
I never heard of what triangle church.
I'm gonna call it a triangle church because I'm trying not to tell everybody where it's at. But it's over there by the James Brown mural. Where the girl from Coming to America used to live.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, you told my dad.
I don't know where the niggas be at. It's not too far from Southside, right up the street.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Not too far from where Freaky Ty got killed on the Van Wyck.
Well, no, actually, that's on the other side. That's actually South Side where Freaky Ty got killed. That's
on the Van Wyck.
That's on
the
fellas. That's right across the street from
Hey,
damn that high
game
school.
changer. You gotta calm down. Let New York niggas get it out real quick.
Go ahead, but
It's really not fair to the people that's from every other part of the world that's listening. That can't really relate to the conversation.
We getting carried away.
Yeah, but I just want to hear what Lil Big Nate got to say. By the way, Lil Big Nate, thanks for the cash app. I really appreciate
hell
it.
no, I'm out of here. All right, y'all have a good night.
Well, you don't like what's wrong?
What happened, man?
was
Where
random as
Wacky go?
That was random as hell.
Damn.
You don't get along with Wacky?
It sounds like emotionalism. That's what it sounds like.
All right, let's don't take shots after.
Yeah, but I wanted to
Hopping off and saying, nah, forget that. And then that's not a shot, though, right? Gotcha.
No, I just wanted to say I love your show. Congratulations on your show.
Oh, no, I appreciate that, Miss Melody.
For hitting 1K. I appreciate the content. It's cool.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, the being called a pick me, I mean, honestly, you should should appreciate it. You should take it as a badge of honor. I said on Bernard Riley's, anytime these women call you a pick me, like you had highlighted my comment earlier, you should call them the never picked. That's what you should call them. And they're not going to be picked. You know, I don't know if you saw that video where the black woman, she was trying to appeal to a white guy that was in his car, and she was complimenting him, and the white guy literally said to her, "You all are disgusting," when she asked, "Do you date black women?" Did you see that video?
Yeah, I saw that video.
I saw
I
that.
saw it too.
Yeah. I played it on my.
I saw
Yeah, I
that.
played it on my platform. He literally said to her, "I don't mess with you all. You all are disgusting." And he's talking about black women, period, which of course is wrong. You know, that's not true.
Was he talking about them all or just that particular type of woman that approached him?
No. He said you all are disgusting. I think there's really only one way to take that.
No, I mean, you can take that several different ways. He's saying, like, y'all crazy types that just walk up to my car and just want me because of my
No. If you hear what I'm saying, sir, she asked, "Do you date black women?" He said, "No, you all are disgusting." That's what he said. Now,
okay, so you're saying that was the dialogue. Okay, got you.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, she said, "Do you date black women?" He said, "You all are disgusting." No, that's what that white man said. And if he would have had a Cash App, I would have sent him money. Not that I agree with him, but leveling and being honest with this woman instead of letting all her complimentary statements, you know, get him to spare her feelings. I appreciate what he did, because there's really nothing more disgusting than throwing yourself at someone based on their skin color. I mean, it's terrible, you know. But you know, and let me be clear. I don't in any way, shape, or form want to seem disrespectful to a black woman who happens to like the way Timothy's freckles are laid across his face in the mailroom and decides to date him. That's fine. I don't have anything good or bad to say about that. You do what you do. A swirler, I defined. I've done a couple of streams on swirling, and I defined it as a black woman, especially, you know, in the internet age. She builds her entire identity around her entire identity is built around the worship of white penis and the castigating and attacking of black men. And somebody stated this earlier in the chat. They said, you know, these swirlers usually just attract racist white men, and that is the absolute truth. If in attempting to appeal to a white man, you're talking about how much you hate black men, you're only going to attract white men who hate black people. These white men don't just hate black men. They hate all black people. And they're going to take the opportunity with you as a swirler to live out their most disgusting and depraved sexual proclivities. And the white man knows that you're going to do whatever that he asks you to. So you'll be doing things, you know, I'm sure all of you are familiar with ghetto gaggers. There was a clip, this is several years ago, there was a link, and I clicked, you know, this brother said on Facebook, "Hey man, you need to check this out." So I hit the link, it took me to a couple of different places, but it was a still shot of a ghetto gaggers video where a white man was holding a black woman's head in the toilet.
Oh my
God.
While two different, yeah.
What?
Well, no, this is all for the program though. It wasn't an attack or something. This was for the program. White man holding her head in the toilet, and one white man was, you know, handling his business in the backside, and then there was another white man waiting to go next. And you know, you talked about King Sigma. Shout out to King Sigma. He talks about, you know, bottom shelf Brad. He just put out a new product or new upload, I think yesterday or the day before. And it was a black woman that had been killed by her white boyfriend. And for some strange reason, these white men, they often kill the child. The white man killed her and the child. And I think late last year, there was a black woman that had been thrown from a 5th story balcony holding her mixed child. It was It was being investigated whether it was a suicide, but a lot of people were believing it was her estranged husband that had thrown her off the balcony. She and the child are dead. So, which I'll be honest with you, I don't have anything good or bad to say about that, except my heart breaks for the child. But when you decide to venture down that road where you are advertising how much you hate black men to white men, whatever happens to you, happens to you. I could care less. I could not care less. So, a word of wisdom to the ladies that want to head down that road where you think insulting and attacking black men's image, when in fact, you're not even interested in the 80% of black men that are relatively productive and competent and, family oriented. You're only interested in the worst men anyway. And when you can't turn Chief Keef into Heathcliff Huxtable, when you get you pregnant and you snap your fingers, then you attack all black men. I mean, just look at the lady from Seattle. And she moved 3,000 miles to be impregnated by a man that already had 5 children by 4 different women. And black women still visit her channel. She's not a swirler, but she often expresses the same sentiment and echoes the attitudes of the swirlers. But it's very interesting how things go down with these particular types of women. I said on my platform, I would be willing to put money towards Greyhound buses, fill these buses with these disgusting fucking females. Let's send those buses into the Dakotas, into Montana, into West Virginia, and park the buses on Main Street. Let these Buffalo girls shuttle out of the buses, and they can go find their cattle ranchers and their real estate investors. It would be awesome. I would love it, because we absolutely need to thin out the herd of these terrible black women. I mean, women like you, women like the other women in this space that advocate on behalf of black men, you have got to stay as far away from these women as you can, because ultimately, more than they want a decent black man, more than they want to heal from whatever their psychological or emotional traumas are, what they want is company. And they want the company of women like Miss Melody and other women who advocate on our behalf. The most egregious thing you could do, Melody, would be to find and marry a competent, productive, family-oriented black man. You would be
hated.
Thumb in their eyes.
There's plenty of them out here. It's not like the swirlers say, "Oh, there's no good black men." There's plenty of them out here. I just gotta, I gotta do. It's my fault that I'm single. I gotta get out here and I gotta start dating, because, like Kevin Samuel said, once you get a certain age, you're not gonna find anybody. No one's gonna want you. You're gonna be used up. Your eggs are gonna be dried up, and I don't want to be one of the black women with a dog or a cat, sitting there dying alone. So, I definitely will find me, a good black man, definitely, and he's gonna be black.
Well, what are you looking for? Are your expectations, are they realistic? I mean, you're an attractive woman. You shouldn't have any problem. It's not for brothers' lack of trying, I would imagine.
Yeah. It's I know it's not an excuse, because I heard Kevin Samuels telling women the pandemic is not an excuse, but I haven't been out there. That's my fault. So
Understood.
Right.
Well, no, that was it. I'll chime in when you'd like me to. No problem.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Wow,
you.
you took responsibility. That's so rare to hear sometimes.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Hey, y'all seen O'Shea video when this black woman twerking on this summer white boy dude? They was silence on that.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I saw that video. They were complete silence on that video.
Wow. Well, like for far as like I said, for me, as far as with you, Miss Melody, and the Jessica X's and that sort of thing, like I said, I was on Hammer's platform a few days ago, and I was like, I think I was probably the oldest guy on the platform, and what I told the females, because they brought up a content creator that said that you can just wash away your whole phase or your whole card or something like that, and I was telling, yeah, I said that's utter bullshit. I said first thing about it, I said the thing that you young women need to understand. It was like 6 women on the panel too. It was like 7 guys, including myself. And what I told them was, I said, young ladies between the age of 21 to 26, if you're under the sound of my voice, listen to me. That chicken head that you just told me about, let that hoe go. Because she's going to mess around and put you in a position where you can't even pair bond. See, that the
And
problem is, oh, go ahead, little Nate. What would you say, brother?
No, go ahead and finish, bro. I'll chime in once you're done.
Okay, so and what I told them was, I said, and I asked a question. I said, "Have you ever heard of a hymen?" And you'd have thought I spoke Chinese because none of them knew what it was. I'm like, you are females. You all have one. I said, once that is broken, that's gone. That's your virginity. That's your purity. Once that's gone, that's gone. But what you want to do between that age is keep your body count as low as possible. The reason why that chicken-headed whole bag trick told you that shit was because she's in competition with you. The problem with these girls calling women like Melody and Jessica and others pick me's is because they done got attached to these stupid ass female content creators that's telling them, all this bullshit, and they're buying it. So what they're doing is they're turning their guns on women like her, and they're saying, "Well, she said that we can do this." And no, the hoe is competing with you. She's pissed off because she effed up her life, and she's trying to make you f up yours.
Absolutely.
So the best way to do that shit is to tell you, girl, you can ride as many dicks as you want to. Girl, you can suck as much seed. You can suck as much seed as you want to. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. You can suck as much seed as you want to. You can do this and do that. But what she's not telling you is you're tearing yourself down doing that. And I told them, I said, if you don't take anything else from me, number one, you let that hoe go. Because she's trying to keep you in the hole to better herself. It's almost like a bully. The bully beat up the people they think they can beat, but they never go after the person that they know they can't beat. So all I'm saying is for any women watching, and you too, Miss Melody, and again, I appreciate you letting me come again on your platform to speak. All I'm saying is that keep your body counts as low as possible. If whatever you're looking for, you can have it. And you tell them chicks to go about their business, because they're going to be the ones that's going to be 30, 40, 50 years old, going to look back and say, I wish I would have. But no, I let this hoe tell me I can still ride dicks and I can still do this, and I can still do that. And then she's dead and gone, but yet now you're in your 50s and you can't get now you got to buy a dog and die alone. Screw that.
They,
Thank you. I also like to add, be very wary of even chicks that are married in their late 30s whatsoever. They don't tell you the stories of what they've been through before that.
Thank you. Exactly.
That most of us therefore they ride so many cots, they got so spiritually damaged like crazy. And technically, if you really look at the men that they actually get with, even someone do get with a handsome guy or whatever, guarantee most likely she's still running most of the relationship like a 60-40 or at least 70-30%. Especially when she's posting online, making it seem like she's submissive towards this dude, but technically she's the one still looking for attention, putting posters how she running this and that, she the shit so much. And I'm like, okay, you in a relationship now. You say you got your top guy, but why you still feeding for attention so damn much?
Thank you. You hit it, Mel. You just hit it, Mel.
You got to be careful, girls like that also too. And remember, you're also going to be a threat to them because they know you can get with the top 10% of guys that's, more fast than they could. You still got youth and beauty and submissive on your side. They don't. They pass the age and prime to even get those type of guys. And they do it like a lottery pick.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard Derek Jackson, this was a few years ago. He was sitting in his car, in his muscle shirt, and he said, "This is so destructive and insane." He said, He said, these men are only concerned about your body count because they're insecure about their ability to satisfy you sexually. Nigga, my lower mandible almost hit the floor. I was like, are you serious?
That's bullshit.
You're telling these women that the reason a man who's contemplating a serious relationship with you only wants to know about your body count is because he's scared he won't be able to satisfy you sexually. This nigga is a monster. And it's been demonstrated how much of a liar and a loser and a monster that nigga is. You ladies have to understand that there's something called the number, okay? Every woman has one. It's called the number. And none of you know what it is, right? The number is the number of men you can be with before you've destroyed yourself. Before you're no longer going to be able to pair bond with anybody. You're not going to be able to cleave yourself on to a man. And we've all heard of the 1,000 cock stare, right? You know, when a woman sits there and she's so concerned about saying or doing something that's going to make you run off from her, she sits there with an anxiety, you know, in her eyes, just not knowing what to do or say, because she doesn't want you to run away also. And you don't want to get anywhere near that number, ladies. And, you know, I know you all going to hate me turning this political, but most, especially black women, are in allegiance with a party that tells them they can fuck all the men they want, they can be as fat as they want, they can murder their children if they want. This is so incredibly destructive. I'm not saying that the Republicans are your salvation, but you have to walk away from the left. You just have to. You have to. And yeah, man, it's crazy.
Hey, look who's in the chat. I love Vanilla Noise. That chick you talking about.
Wait, let me see what she says. Oh, that's her. That's the one. I clearly have a neck melody, just like you clearly have a big forehead. Nice try. Oh, come up here.
I wouldn't take offense
Hey,
to that.
no,
I wouldn't take offense
y'all
to
need
that.
to put her ass on the Barbie. Put her ass on the Barbie. Y'all need to do it.
No,
y'all need to do
I
it.
wouldn't even worry about it, Miller.
Oh, that bitch. Hey, that bitch can go
She
suck
went in on
multiple
Melanie.
dick.
No, she went in on Melanie on GC chat last night. No,
Oh, she did? Well,
no,
I
she
mean,
went in on Melanie. She went on Melody.
No. I know. I'm just saying you have to be careful as a woman. You don't want to engage nasty, ratchet bed wenches in arguments.
Hell no. Exactly.
There's nothing.
Leave that shit alone.
Just walk
There's a
away.
way to do it on an intellectual level, though.
Right.
There's
I
a
mean,
way to
Miss
do
Melody
it on
can
an
do Miss
intellectual
Melody
level.
But
can
she
do whatever she
crazy.
wants.
Just gotta let her go.
I would just advise.
Have you watched Mr. Researcher's channel? His stream?
No.
No, I'm talking about Big Nate.
No, what's that?
Yeah, you ever watch Mr. Research channel?
Yeah, I've heard of him. I watch him.
Yeah, remember he always emphasized the wolf attitude, walking away, and just let him be.
Our
That's
greatest
the best way you do it. I love that.
Our greatest weapon we have is our feet.
Exactly.
Absolutely, gentlemen.
That's
Our feet in silence. That'll do it.
Matter of fact, Millie,
Yeah,
that's the
silence
best
kills
you can do too.
Silence kills
chicks. Just walking away and let them be.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her be. I'm not gonna give her no more attention.
Exactly, because she's already.
Okay, I got a question real quick, Miss Melody. Okay, and I'm not trying to instigate shit. Why did she come in on you for? What was her purpose? What was the reason?
Okay, so yesterday I was on GC stream, and as usual, I was taking up for black men. And then she's like, well, stop taking up for black men. Oh, wait, no, why are you taking up for black men when none of them won't marry you? And started going in on black men. So then me and her just started having words back and forth. And she started talking about her white man and everything. And GC pulled up a picture of her white man, and it made her mad, you know. So we just went back and forth.
Hey, Miss Vanilla, how you gonna feel when you fill your belly with a baby that looks nothing like you? How you gonna feel about that, Miss Vanilla? I have this in my family. I have this in my family. Miss Vanilla, your children are gonna look nothing like you. Congratulations. You'll be able to live vicariously through a pale-skinned, stringy-haired child like you've always wanted to. Congratulations, Miss Vanilla.
Right, and like I don't have a problem with that, but leave black men out of it and leave me out of it. That's all I gotta say. Like, you sound really ridiculous.
Well, all I'm saying is that Little Big Nate is right. One thing, and that's one thing I give Kevin Samuel so much credit for because he don't beef, and that made me see. I was like, I mean, Little Big Nate will tell you, me and him then talked. I've been on his platform too. I'm deranged, and if somebody shoot at me, I'm shooting back.
Wild niggas disease, yes sir.
Yeah, that's it. Like I said, I got that terminal disease. But what I'm saying is, I remember when I left the stream, but I was still listening to him. It was a stream with him and what's that? Sir Tice was on there, and I remember when I chimed off, they were still talking, and Little Big Nate had brought that up, and I started thinking, like, you know what? He's right, and Kevin is right. Like I said, the best way to handle certain assholes is to walk away and be quiet, because it's a term I can't remember. It's about the wolf don't worry about what the sheep say or some shit like that.
You know,
he actually explained it. He actually explained it how he wouldn't get into a confrontation, and he broke it. He actually broke it down.
Yeah, he did. I saw that.
This surrounded the rumor of the jihad rumor, so he broke it down like that. And so then I think when he did that little scene where they had that little picture, I think that was purposely done to give the people more fodder to mess around with.
Oh, child, I think you're right.
Probably.
Yeah, because think about that. Right after that happened, I mean, it was like content creators was coming up with this picture of this dude in the bed. I mean, I'm like, what is this shit? And then O'Shea came on and squashed it. I mean, O'Shea came with the fire hose and put that shit right out. But I think Kevin did that because he just see. I think what he's gonna do, he's gonna have another smoke show. And if anybody ever know, every time he have a smoke show, none of these sons of bitches show up. Nobody come and actually detract anything he says or say he lied or he's wrong or none of that shit.
But
they never do that.
You know something? When he does that, I swear I can't understand for the life of me why he explains first, no dudes to get on. Second, what we're going to be on a topic. Discuss the topic. What is it you don't like? These women get on, and I'm like, do they listen? Do they have?
Hell no, they don't listen. That's what I'm saying. That's some repugnant shit.
Let me demonstrate for this I Love Vanilla lady how you can actually get protected by black men. I'm going to prove it. All right. Now, everybody's familiar with Miss.
I don't think she's interested, though. I mean,
no. Well, no.
If that's not obvious to you guys, I mean, that's obvious to me. I don't think she's interested in being protected by a black man.
No.
She's crazy. The narrative. She said she has no hips.
The narrative.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
Hey.
I want to hear a Little Big Nate, and then you're next, okay, Apple?
The narrative. Okay. Yeah, the narrative that they push in those areas of the internet is that black men don't protect. So I just want to completely, disabuse this woman of that nonsense. You have to earn protection. You have to deserve it. It's not just given to you by virtue of having a vagina. Now, you see Miss X, right? She advocates on behalf of black men. She promulgates what I refer to as rudimentary red pill information, just basic red pill like most of these ladies do. And if somebody a man unprovoked were to come at Miss X, I would think Mr. Fantastic would come to her aid. I would think. If somebody were to attack Miss Melody unprovoked, a man, I believe Game Changer would come to her aid. When Danica Marie was attacked unprovoked and unjustly by Donovan Sharp, Obsidian took a knife to that nigga's throat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Man, that was bloody.
Yeah. It lasted like 3 or 4 days. And my personal favorite, of course, no offense, ladies, is Miss Beckles, Miss Roxy Beckles. I love her channel, Rockstar Fitness,
Oh my
and
God, I love her. Yes.
yeah,
Awesome.
she's, and of course, again, this is no smoke. She's just an extremely feminine black woman. You go back 6, 7, 8 years in her content, she's the same. Feminine mannerisms, gesturing, it's beautiful. And if any man were to come at her,
And she's
I would
pretty.
handle him.
I gotta add that. She's
I'm
pretty
sorry.
too. I said, and
Oh
she's
yeah, she's gorgeous, absolutely. And which speaks to the fact that, of course, we don't like dark-skinned women either. But yeah.
Okay, man. All right.
Of course not. So here we have, and my final example is a woman named Tiffany Draper. Right? I was in Obsidian's chat, and somebody said to me, "Hey, man, you need to go check out Tiffany Draper." So I went to her channel, and she's speaking on behalf of Kevin Samuels, and she went at this woman named Spiritual Whistleblower, and they went back and forth. But what was interesting is how she's got a relatively small channel, and it was interesting how these black men treated her. Number one, she was doing streams, and all during her stream, black men are giving her cash apps. A couple of black women too, right? Then she was talking about how she wanted to lose weight. She wanted to get back to the weight she was a few years ago. She had put a picture up of what she weighed a few years ago, and she put a full body picture of what she's at today. I really couldn't tell much of a difference, to be honest with you, but she was insisting on losing about 30 pounds. So I said, let me look at the comments and see what they say. There were 12 comments, every one of them from a black man, every one of them either saying, hey, sis, you look great the way you are, or encouraging her to lose the weight. You horrible, evil, wicked, and demonic black bitches. You will get nothing acting the way you act, except some racist white guy that's going to keep your fucking head in a toilet, okay? You want protection and to be treated properly by black men, you have to act in a certain way, and it's been proven. I just proved it to you. So, do your thing, Miss Vanilla. That's it.
What's that? That noise.
I have no idea.
I don't know where that's coming from.
I don't know.
Can everybody mute up?
I have no idea who that is.
I don't know who's making that noise.
Somebody got something going on in their
everybody
background.
one at a time. This,
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me go. Hold on. Let me go down my thingy.
But women almost always, when that accountability punch comes, you guys are fucking like, dodging all over the place like Floyd Mayweather, man.
I'm getting there. I just it was what led to me messing things
That's the
up.
dude with the M.
That's Mel?
Yeah, that's him.
Mel, what the? Oh my goodness, Mel.
Hey, Mel.
Mel with the noise.
Shocker.
I know, right? What a
God
shock.
damn.
You guys
Mel, you gotta mute your background, man.
I just muted him.
Are you sure that's Mel?
Yeah, because it stopped soon as she did it.
Yeah, I'm positive.
No, I was saying, are you sure that's actually
that's
Mel
not
and not
me.
a troll?
No, yeah, it's definitely Mel. We
Oh,
was
it is?
talking
Okay.
That
earlier.
wasn't me in the background because I was on mute. So that's what went on.
I just muted you.
No, I was on mute before that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, can I have Apple Girl? I would love to hear from you. What's your point of view on this?
Yeah, I want to hear a voice.
Apple?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Apple.
Hey, like I said, I don't think like she's interested in like protection from like black men. And as far as when she asked, is Melody married? I think it's a fair question, because if she's the quintessential pick-me, who sort of, acquiesces to men or her man and does what men wants, right? If my understanding of pick-me is right, then why hasn't she been chosen? That's a fair question.
I actually, and Miss Melody, you're familiar with the content I did where you, Miss X, Miss Beckles, and God the Sixth, and I addressed that. That was the first part of the stream, And I had advised them, I'm not barking orders or telling you what to do. I had advised them how much more powerful and profound their message would be if they were married. And I tried to encourage them, go ahead and get that done. I think the problem with Black women and marriage, you honestly want a man. It's all about looks. It's all about attraction instead of just finding a man that I've heard referred to as husband cute. Find a guy that's husband cute, that's willing to commit himself to you. And you need to just get busy building a future together. You all are so particular and picky. And a lot of where that derives from is what your girlfriends are going to think. I think Black women's girlfriends have ruined more good relationships for them than they have themselves.
Well, that's why I don't have any girlfriends. I don't hang with Black women because of things like that. Because of the feminism that they spew. I don't hang with Black women at all. I might hang around family members, but that's about it.
That's good.
Apple girl, I have a question for you.
Let me just say this. I already explained my reason earlier in the show, and I'm always explaining why I'm single. I was in a relationship for a very long time, like since I was a kid. You know what I mean? So till recently, till before the pandemic. So everybody knows that already. So I'm really not going to explain it anymore. And she needs to mind her business, stop worrying about me, because I wasn't worrying about her until she put my name in it. So she really needs to mind her business.
Now, Apple girl, I
Don't
got
worry about her white man.
So
No, I never
Not Apple. I'm not talking about Apple.
No,
I'm talking about
I never heard that. Really
why do you
quick,
think it is that this woman has never asked a fellow swirler who's not married why isn't she married?
How about the entire
question is, Apple, do you believe she's actually married?
Wait.
Well, let her answer, please.
I'm gonna go get my mic and I'm gonna come back. Wait.
No, we can hear you. We hear you perfectly fine.
So my question is, technically we could look at it and say you weren't married, or we could say you were in a long-term natural marriage and you had a divorce recently. I mean, if you're in a relationship with somebody for like your whole life, and you're saying, okay, that's not marriage, that's not civil marriage, but you're cohabitating with another man in a certain type of relationship. That's like a marriage. Like your brain goes through all the stages. You go through grief when you separate.
Yeah.
So you were married in a real sense, in a meaningful way in terms of time and relationship. So it's like a lot of wordplay when you really break things down. Let's talk about real activities and things that occurred, and not just labels.
I'll be honest, I would disagree with you on that, sir. I got to provide a little pushback on that. I'm sorry, go ahead, Mel.
Yeah, let me just say one more thing. And it seems to me like the swirler, it seems to me like she just picked him just because he's white, because he's really not attractive. And I know that's not for me to say, but come on, look at dude. Like, you just picked him because he's white, because of the color of his skin, that's all. And you hate Black men so bad, and you hate yourself so bad that you want to sit there and judge other women because we love Black men. And I don't think that's fair. So
hey,
is anyone going to answer
a question would need to be asked?
Can I say something? Can you guys hear me?
Let her talk. We can hear you.
No, Apple, I hear you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know that question was directed specifically to Melody, like, why aren't you married? But it's directed to all pick-me's, because if you've decided you're gonna like acquiesce to men and be the pick-me, you have to think to yourself, well, what is the reward? Why are you doing this? So that's why I said it was a fair question. Not necessarily. Wait.
Let her finish.
Not necessarily. Not only to Melody, but that's to all the pick-me's, because, like I said, you have to think, what's the reward for this performance? Not saying it's fake, but like, what's the reward?
Understood. Now, my question was, why not direct the same question to swirlers? I mean, essentially, they are pick-me's, just pick-me's for a different tribe. So it's a fair question, granted, but one that should be presented to swirlers as well. But it never is.
I mean, I agree. Any pick-me, whether you are a swirler or not, the same question should be presented, because, because of what I just said. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah.
But I'll answer the question for all pygmies who happen to be single, and you're far less likely to be single if you are a pygmy, far less likely. But right quick, Nate.
Sure.
So the short and simple answer is that there's no conduit to pygmies, and I could say this from a male's point of view. You see, in order for a person to find Melody, he would have to go through a lot of trashy women. They're not easy to find because they're hitting amongst garbage women. Now, a lot of men get frustrated in the search in finding them and simply leave. So that does make it available. I mean, yeah, so it is very difficult. And then there's also the trash women who pretend to be pygmies, and they're often not, which forces men to scrutinize people like Melody far longer than they naturally would. Basically, the short answer, Apple Girl, is because of lesser women that they're making it difficult for Melody.
And yeah,
Wait, so you're saying pygmies are unmarried because of the non-pygmies?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. So right quick. So
Sure,
say for example, guy meets girl, right? Guy meets a girl like Melody. However, she is not Melody. She is just pretending to be such a woman to gain the attention of the guy. Now, this guy, under normal circumstances, would be with Melody. However, he is wasting his time with this, subpar woman. Now, this forces Melody to wait a little bit until he gets with the real thing. So, yeah. However, if there was a better culture, okay, think of it like this. Say you're looking for strawberry in an apple orchard. Now, strawberries grow in the wild, and it is quite possible that you find one there. But very few men are going to look for strawberries in an apple orchard. They will look for strawberries in a strawberry patch. Melody has the misfortune of being born in a apple orchard. However, she is a strawberry. She is what men wants. It's just that she lives in a community where men aren't looking for such a thing. Sad but true. Now, she could turn herself into an apple, but she would be less likely to get picked because the people who are picking apples have plenty to pick from. Does that make sense? Did you follow that analogy? And calling it an apple was not a shot at you. I could have easily just said oranges.
And if I could piggyback off what Game Changer
No,
said.
I'm
What's that?
okay. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Excuse me, GC, can you take over the panel for like 10 minutes? I have to walk my dog.
10 minutes?
She said you gotta walk.
I'm sorry. Okay, 5 minutes.
He gotta go potty.
Let that dog bite you.
No, he gotta go potty.
Give me 5 minutes.
All right. So to piggyback off what Game Changer said, you asked what's the benefit. I just literally pointed out how these women are protected by black men. How often have I heard a black woman complain about protection? So number one, they're protected. Okay. And number two, what Game Changer said is absolutely correct. The white man that I talked about in the beginning literally told you what the problem was. That white man, the black woman said, "Do you date black women?" The white man said, "You all are disgusting. You all. Your image has been so damaged by these tens of thousands of videos, by everything we see on every reality show that has a majority black female cast. Your image is in the toilet. It's in the toilet right now." And that's why on my platform, I constantly say, you decent black women are going to have to get as far away from these monsters as possible, because you're all going to be lumped together. That white man said, all of you are disgusting. All of you are trash. And the reason he said that is because of how many images, how many videos, how many clips from whatever reality show you all acting so barbarically. You have destroyed your image, period. And And I understand it could seem daunting and overwhelming. I'm just one black woman. How am I supposed to change black women's image? You're not going to change all
No,
black
I'm
women.
not overwhelmed at all.
Well,
Actually.
it's overwhelming to some black women that I've talked to. Okay. And the way you solve this problem is all black women who are either physically fit, feminine, cooperative, convivial, and submissive, or black women genuinely trying to acquire those attributes. You all have to separate. And you have to start building you all's image with like conventions and media and advertising, because your image is in the toilet. Your image is worse than ours was 30 years ago when we were nothing but crack dealers and gang members. And there were movies that spoke to that, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society and shit. Our image 30 years ago was completely in the toilet. Now it is significantly better, and black men have made tremendous strides in their image, their income, a whole host of things. Black women have taken the place of us. Your image is in the toilet. And if you think listening to women who are baby mama number 5s is going to solve that in any way, God bless you.
Nah, I'll ask you something, Apple Girl. Do you actually believe that these swirlers, when they say like that Vanilla, whatever damn name is, do you believe she's married because she says she's married?
Well, yes, I tend to take what people say. I mean, how could I check it?
Be very careful of that also too. I think the Game Changer just exposed another swirler pink pill chick that she was never married or whatsoever. What Game Changer? What was the good chick's name again? Christine. What her name was?
Well, Crystalline Carrison, I was stating that I was providing evidence that she's probably no longer married.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you do got some chicks out there that say they are married and everything. Yet I don't see no ring on their fingers, and I don't see no even marriage certificate, nothing.
I mean,
people
years that
don't
lady.
really walk around with their marriage like certificates. So
That
still,
woman,
there's no ring on their fingers or nothing here too.
That woman,
They always count. Yeah, they always count.
wait, are you saying the pink
they
pill
always-
is not? Are you
No,
saying the
let me
pink
finish,
pill is
let me
not
finish.
married? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I was
But
saying
most,
yesterday.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But most females, they will say they married because now they want to hold on to this spiritual marriage because they've been in a long-term relationship. They want to count that as an actual legalized marriage, which is not.
Well, from what I
So I wanted
understand,
to-
little
kinda
Big Nate advocates for that type of marriage.
No.
The non-certificate marriage. He advocates for
I'm
that.
out. I do not advocate for state-sanctioned marriage under any circumstances.
Right, you advocate for like the
Absolutely. Yeah, but marriage has to be
licensed
surrounded.
marriage.
Marriage has to be surrounded around the man, not the woman.
Exactly.
Around the man.
No,
And a
you're saying
woman-
exactly when
I was about to say
saying
that.
that a woman who's in a quote unquote spiritual marriage, which is a marriage with no license, she's not really married. So you're saying
I wouldn't call it spiritual.
you're kind of
That's how they
disagreeing
label
with
it,
your
yeah.
own self, Mel.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
That's
I'm
how
not.
they labor in it. Yes, but Nate is right.
If
As
y'all
a
look at
non-sanctioned state
Wait,
marriage-
Mel, can I ask you, are you for a
fellas,
state marriage,
right
or
quick.
are you
Wait,
against
fellas, right
state
quick
marriage?
before we jump topics a little bit. What I was saying about Crystalline Carrison was that she was in neither a spiritual marriage or a state-sanctioned marriage. So the difference between the two is not really relevant for the point of this conversation.
Are you saying she's divorced, or are you saying she's?
I'm saying that she's likely divorced or separated or what have you. Yes.
Okay, well, yeah, relationships.
And I presented evidence to that fact. Yeah.
And also, we have to be mindful. This woman, from what I understand, her platforms existed for like 10 years. And also, from what I understand, she's never shown you a successful interracial couple. Black women love losers. You love Derek Jackson. You love the lady from Seattle. You love losers. Black women love losers. You love them. And also, I'll say this and I'm done. The whole spiritual, no, I don't, the sloganeering like spiritual marriage, no. There needs to be paperwork. There needs to be contracts between the man and the woman. What doesn't need to be there is some pot-bellied pedophile politician or some pedophile priest.
Well, hey, let's stay
But
away
you
from
know,
the
wait,
word.
but I can't.
Oh, my apologies. My
I want to
apologies.
share something. If y'all really understood how the marriage rituals, what they evolved from, you'd be like, wait a minute, because first of all, the carrying the bride over the threshold, that's when they go to in ancient times, what they did was they went raiding parties to steal the bride. So they stole the bride, carried her out, and that's where instead of carrying out like they would normally do with the threshold, she'll be thrown over the shoulder, or the band of the groom, they would have her hands, legs bound. Now, the throwing of the rice, that's because when they were running out with the bride, when they were stealing her, they were throwing rocks. So that's what the throwing of the rice is. Now you get the De Beers, when they put the rope around her, that's what the ring is about. But the De Beers wanted to change it so that they can make money off the gold and the diamonds.
Yes.
So that is the reason why we have the marriage ceremonies the way they are. And what they do is they get the women to look at these soap operas, look at these love stories, and they get this stuff ingrained to them from children. When the grandparents is watching the soap operas and the parents, the kids was watching them, the daughters were watching them, and this is what they dreamed of. I actually had to deal with a situation where when I asked this particular lady at the time to marry me, she said no twice. And she said, I didn't like the way you did it. I wanted to be wine and dine. And I turned around, I said, that's because you didn't watch the soap operas. You didn't read those love novels and everything. And then years later down the road, she finally admitted, you're right. I said, that's not the way we're supposed to do it anyway. That's what was put into it because it was money to be made. That's why we got the marriage ceremonies the way they are now. It's about money.
Okay,
it's about
so,
money and covering up other old traditions that were primal.
I want to pull back for a second to address these reason that that some pick-me's are single. So Nate, Mel, and I all gave our explanation. What's your response to that, Apple? You never really had a chance to respond to that. Apple.
Yeah.
Nate, Mel, and I gave an explanation for why pick-me's are single. And it's because they are basically in a group where they find their reputation works against them. So what's your response to that?
I mean, I think those are your reasons. I mean, I heard what you said. I mean, okay.
Well, they're more the reason. You see, once again, if a restaurant has a bad reputation because every Arby's tastes like shit and you just decide to change the recipe, people probably aren't going to go to your particular Arby's with the assumption that yours is different. So basically, pick-me's are hidden amongst crappy women, is what I'm getting at. So that's the explanation for that. So for those of you ladies who keep asking that question, that is your answer, pretty much.
Okay, understood.
Yeah, good. So now that we've come to that understanding, let's ask the question: why are single swirlers single? I think that's a valid point. And once again,
yeah, pick-me's, then yeah, that's a fair question.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question. The pick-me title is given not by the person who is the pick-me; it's given by the other people. So because the other people bestow a title on that person,
So the men give the women that title?
No, I think the women, the women who don't like
it's
them.
from women.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
Well, it's men and women, actually.
Okay.
I guess because I would think a man just picks. He doesn't go, "Hey, you're a pick-me." He just picks her. And the woman who is the pick-me, she doesn't go pick me. Her actions and her whatever she's bringing to the table, it says it silently. So the one who's mocking the woman is the one bestowing the title. So then the question comes up is, oh, why is she single? In this case, this young lady just told us she got out of a long-term relationship. So then asking her, well, why are you not married after she just got out of a long-term relationship is kind of stupid. It's like asking somebody who was married, like, why aren't you married? Because I just ended a relationship. So technically, I'm back to the default state. Not you per se, but just Sarah's, for example. You kind of just took it in a more general way and asked the question. And I'm saying, but the question is kind of asked on false terms, because just because you label somebody a pick me doesn't mean that they are, just because they're desirable doesn't mean that they're automatically going to be in a relationship at the time you ask them. It's just like a covert form of bullying where you're putting like the burden of proof on them again. You bestow the title,
Well, when I am vanilla as
Not you,
mid, I would
not
say
you,
I don't know
not
if
you.
her intentions were like in like bad faith, but I would say like mine weren't. Like I think it's
I
a
understand.
fair
Yeah,
question.
I agree. I don't think your attention. I don't think you were in bad faith
Well,
per
Vanilla
se.
was in bad faith. That's no,
But vanilla, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, one of the problems is.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Stuff.
No, one of the problems is you literally don't require any type of tangible evidence of success from the people your feelings bend towards. Derek Jackson, no success. He's never shown you a woman he's brought from a sad state into a state of a healthy relationship with a man. Not once. The man's been doing this shit for years. He's got millions of followers. He can't show you one. The lady from Seattle cannot show you one bit of success with her ideology, except that she's almost a 40-year-old single mother, baby mama number 5. None of these women that act and talk, the pink pill lady cannot show you. She's been doing this for 10 years. She cannot show you one successful interracial couple. Black women love losers. You love them. And they destroy you.
Matter
They
of fact,
destroy you.
I will piggyback off that. How many relationships Steve Harvey has gotten together with his advice and stuff?
The pink pill did get a couple together actually. At least one that I know of. So
1 in 10 years with 100,000 subscribers. And can anybody corroborate that? I don't know.
I don't think anyone.
Kevin Samuels got many couples together.
I watch it. So.
In 6 months.
Exactly.
I mean, in 6
And
months,
he's
how
not a
many
dating
couples
coach or
has
nothing,
Mr.
man.
Samuels put together?
And he's not even a dating
One of them
coach.
is a
That's what's
dating
so funny about it.
Exactly. There's videos already online stating that from women themselves that I'm glad I listened to your videos. It helped me with my marriage and stuff.
Yeah, the white woman, I can't remember her name. She said that she watched Kevin Samuels' video, and she was about her marriage was down the tubes, and because she listened to him, he actually saved her marriage, and their marriage is blossoming. The girl that got on and showed her ring, she got engaged in Aruba. I saw that.
Yeah, saw that too.
Derek Jackson. Now, check. Like, can somebody answer this question real quick? And I'm just curious because I've been wanting to know this for the longest. Can Derek Jackson's punk ass even tell any woman over the age of 40 anything? And this nigga's in his 30s. He's never even experienced none of this shit.
He doesn't hang around guys or nothing like that.
So
that's what I'm saying. So how the fuck can he do that?
Okay, but you know he's a scammer, right? Like,
fellas, I'm about to
Excuse
go.
my language. I got heated. I'm just curious.
Before I do, I just want to say easy on the squares. Or on the
Well, I'm
squares.
about to shut down too, GC. I just want everybody to give their final thoughts before I go.
Sure.
I guess I can start with Mel. Mel.
Yeah, like I
What's
said,
your final thoughts?
my final thoughts, like I said, don't even listen to them goofy clown girls and stuff. Nothing but hate, shaming tactics and stuff. Yeah, because technically you're a threat. You're a threat to them. They know you can get with the top 10% of guys in a fast time frame with no problem and stuff. So
Thanks.
Definitely.
I appreciate that. Thanks for coming.
All right, Joe.
Okay, bye. Apple Girl, what's your final thoughts? Apple Girl?
Yeah, hello? Okay,
Hey,
yeah. I guess to Little Big Nate, I guess I kind of misunderstood what you said because, when you explained the non-marriage license marriage, you kind of explained it like there were no type of contracts involved. So it seems like there is some type of contracts. I didn't get that when I heard you explain it the first time. So I'm glad I could have got some clarification on that. And no, that's really all I have to say. Okay.
Thanks for coming as usual.
All right. Bye.
Appreciate you. Bye.
Yeah.
Hi, little Big Nate. What you got to say about that?
Yeah, I've been pretty clear on my platform. The options that men have available if they're interested in matrimony. There's contract marriage, there's private marriage. There's options out there. All you have to do is read about them. If you follow a loser when your life is filled with regret and animosity and pain, just remember you deserve every bit of it. Every bit of your misery. You follow and subscribe and listen to on a consistent basis a monster like the lady from Seattle. Every bit of hell in your life you deserve. And don't blame anybody else for it. The only other person you can blame is your terrible mother for raising you the way you came out. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Always on point. I appreciate you.
You take care.
You too. Bye. Okay, so I'm gonna have supervision adult. I don't know why I keep saying Al. Supervision adult.
Yeah. I think the people, like I've said many times, some of these people we talking about, they're like crazy people. And the way they talk about relationships is scary, honestly. It's like when the way they talk about relationships and relationships involve people, you don't hear a lot of the people focus. It's a lot of ideas and images, like Childhound said, that they've been given in their childhood, or like this brother just said, from their terrible parents. So it's like, you're just listening to destruction come out their mouth. And like, you can try to find some light and try to make sense of it, but it's like a crazy house. So like, you can look at it and examine it just to say like, these people are crazy, but like, don't take it to heart. And stay away from them, find good company, because these people just want to see you fail like them and fail like their parents failed them. It's sad, but breastfeed your children, do right by them, raise them properly. Peace, everybody.
Peace. Thanks for coming. Okay. Oh, sorry. Can't even see. Okay. Next, we're gonna have 4 from the north.
Okay. Well, actually, it's 4T. 4T from the north. But
I'm sorry, 4T.
no, it's okay. It's okay. All I'm gonna say is, well, again, I apologize. For the swear, I got heated. I apologize. That happens from time to time. Game changer, you know that about me. So, but anyway, I just want to say thank you for once again having me on your platform to share and to speak my mind. I appreciate that. All I want to say is that for any women that are looking to be picked, make yourself available, and just the cream rise to the top. You are the cream, and you will rise to the top. So all I'm saying is that don't let any other pink pill get you to the point where you can't think for yourself, to the point where you're saying, okay, well, it's hopeless. No, it's hopeless for them because they're past their prime, past their time, past their dime. You still in the game. So all I'm gonna say is just get out there and play. Thank you for having me, and I'm out.
Thank you for coming. Bye.
Bye now.
Okay, so let's have Chowhound. Chowhound.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, final thought.
Final thought is this. The subject matter of tonight's topic was a result of you being attacked last night on GC's platform. Now, that's indicative of how sisters tear down other sisters. Jealousy most likely has to be one of the things. And whatever she portrays as her marriage, it may not be all peaches and cream. She may not be happy. Because when people start things, it's because there's something about their lives that's not totally copacetic. So she may have issues, but the thing is, you are who you are. You are the diamond in the rough. You are the rose amongst the grain, the millions of grains of sand that's growing. So you have a platform here, and definitely it's something that you can nurture and it'll grow. And the thing is, I think it'll get big just in time because of the way your personality and your character is. You're very mild mannered, very sweet, very nice, accommodating, even if I can say that. And the thing is, you give everybody an opportunity to speak unless they go off on some crazy tangent. Sometimes you allow that too. But the whole thing is, you being attacked, that doesn't make sense. But the whole point is, the thing that makes sense is that's something that happens when you have a platform and you have somebody that's going to be jealous, because people are going to be jealous and they're going to be coming at you. And the bigger you get, same thing. Like look at what Kevin Samuels getting hit with. Eventually, you may get to that level. You never know. And people gonna come at you, but all you have to do is stay even. Don't let it hurt you. Don't let it get angry, because people will say things mean, and it can get your soft side, and you can have you upset. Just don't let it get to you. Just
Yeah,
stay strong.
I'm sorry to interrupt your final thought, but that's my problem. I let things get to me. I need to chill on that, but I'll learn because I'm not used to people coming at me like that. But you have to have tough skin here on YouTube. Ask Jessica X. I mean, you gotta
But
just
you
have
know what?
tough skin.
Practice toughening that skin up. That's like what actors do. Actors act and practice to build up their craft. You have to be able to get a hurling amount of insults at you, where if it hurts your feelings where you want to cry, get through that. It's just like when I was young and I wanted to try to talk to women. I got turned down and I got dejected. I was like, and something said, only way you're going to learn is if you get dejected, rejected, and then eventually, when you get past that, you're going to be accepted. So I got rejected many a times. I kept going and going. I said, all right, I'll just go to next, go to next. Next, hey, we can go out. Hey, I can get you can get the number. Hey. And it just kept going and going. And next thing you know, here I'm getting numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers. Because I got past all of that. Get past that and you'll be all right. Got to toughen up your skin, but you'll be all right. Trust me. I'm telling you right.
Thank you, Chowhound. You're a regular here. I appreciate your support every time you come. Thank you.
Appreciate being on your platform.
Thanks. So next we're gonna have Big J, and then we're gonna close out with Game Changer. Okay, Big J. Hey.
Well, how you doing, Melody? I just want to
Hi.
know. I just want to know who had hurt you. Who went after you?
Some chick from the Pink Pill. Her name is what's her name again, PC? Sarah. Her name was Sarah. She was in here. But
Oh, okay. Well. Let me say this right now.
oh, and there was a few others just to let you know. But go ahead.
Yeah. We see. Here's the thing. When will the ladies from the Pink Pill talk about old girls, their leaders' association with a known white supremacist by the name of Colin Flaherty? They don't want to talk about that, do they? So anyway, enough about that. When can I have an interview with you? Because you sounding all sweet and beautiful and everything else. And where's your man at though?
He's coming.
Oh, he's coming. Okay, I'm just saying.
Hopefully.
Okay. Well, anyway. Thanks for having me on. So I'll check you out next time.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. And GC.
Okay, so thank you. So yeah, Big J said it well. The way that you're handling it, and Chowhound too. The way that you're handling, the criticisms is great. I mean, it's good that you address it, but without getting overly emotional, and you're not letting it get to you, because that's what they want to do. They want to discourage pick-meism in women, at all costs. So it goes back to the old saying that misery loves company. What they're attempting to do really highlights how miserable they are. Unfortunate for them, but true. Don't fall into that trap, and just be you. Even though that there's no guarantees with pick-meism, it is going to increase your probability of happiness, ridiculously. So stick with it and just be you. Like, no matter what, you have the satisfaction that you're being yourself.
Thanks for that, GC. And thank you for helping me with my platform. I appreciate you. I wouldn't even be where I'm at if it wasn't for you. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So also, yeah, speaking of where you at, people like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, because we want to get her to 1,000.
Yes, please subscribe. What I got? 131 more?
Yeah, something like 130 something. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
on your
thank
way there.
you.
We want to get you there by the end of the month.
Yeah.
Jonathan asked for your Cash App.
It's right there going across the screen. Melody Show. So hashtag Melody Show. So thank you everybody. It was a great show today. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.